Hello, hello.
Okay, just hang on a second. This is for
We've
some
got enough social
reason.
distancing here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're good.
So it doesn't work for blokes with fat heads like me, these masks.
It's a beard though.
No, it's also the fat head.
You got the fixed magic going on.
Not quite as Ned Kelly as Fitzmagic,
This
mate.
is nice on here. I just saw this at work. We just use these for like.
Sanding.
Yeah, I don't know. Use a proper like.
Oh, the proper respirator. I thought you might have worn that today.
No. I should have brought. I forgot I left it at work.
That's all right.
Okay, quiet on set.
Sorry, Dad.
That's all right.
Where's the phone? Because I'll go through. We'll talk about each team
Yeah, all right.
as well.
I've got
We'll
a,
go through
Yeah,
each team.
all good, all
I've got a
good.
heap of stuff.
Let's get this show going, man. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Come on now. We're going to have action too. Right here. It ain't going nowhere. Well, yeah, you got some certain you can push. You ain't show me that from this fella. Hey, wild cat. Ball at the 5, third down and 2. That was bad. Let's go have some fun, bro. We ain't got to talk about too much. You want to play the ball. Just hold it. What? I was not hold. Somebody gonna call a down thing. What's the wait for? He's standing right there. He's taking a card out. He's a piece of paper. It's that close? Dear Lord.
Hello and welcome. We are the quarantined, safe,
Where the quarantine
the
guys?
social. What do you call it? The social distance. The the social distance guys. The
Can you hear me? Is this working?
oh, I can't hear you.
You can't
Why
hear
can't I hear you? Oh, your mic isn't up. We probably should have done that before we
Turned on.
turned on.
Which
It's
one's
the
what?
third one across. So yeah,
Which
that
one?
one. Yeah, well, no, that's the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. Yes,
How we going? How we going?
go up.
Hear me?
Yeah.
How's that? Good. There we go. There we go.
Yes.
We're good.
You
We're good.
are
We're in.
on. Hey,
Okay. I gotta do my stuff.
you got to do your stuff.
What's going
We're
on?
on lockdown. No, I'm just doing
Well, we figured.
jazz hands.
I keep pulling this thing out.
Social distancing.
Social
and,
distancing.
and sanny wipes.
I'm gonna take my headphones off because they keep popping out. So, but I can still hear you, so it doesn't make any difference.
That's
Yeah, no,
good.
because you're sitting next
Can
to
we
Yeah.
hear you? Is the question.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me fine? Yeah.
Well,
But we figured
yeah,
that
fine.
two of us are being safe, and we figured that if two of us are safe, we're not going to catch it from you,
right.
and we're not going to pass it on to you. So we're all pretty.
We're
pretty
pretty
safe.
okay.
And some of us have to go in front.
And we
the
don't wanna
general
make-
public tomorrow night.
Yes.
Night shift.
Oh, nice. And we don't want to make too much of a joke of it because
is very
it
serious.
Oh, no,
is
no.
very serious. And we're not
Absolutely.
making a joke, but
No,
We
no, no.
are a little bit.
we are a little bit. But
We're Aussies and we've got a sense of humour.
yeah, but you know,
Yes.
if I don't like to make too much of a
There's not
a
quite
joke
6
of it
feet
because there's
between us.
1,700
Yep.
or 1,500 Italians that are no longer with us.
No, that's
So
very sad.
you know,
And
they wouldn't be
the
seeing the
Iranians
fun
and-
sign of the fun side of anything at the
Oh
moment.
no,
So
absolutely not.
It's very warm.
Yeah.
they do get warm, don't they?
Very warm.
They do
No,
get warm.
sorry, Raven. No, there isn't 6 feet. No.
No, there is not. Can I just say, I've been watching the football, and then I watched the football last night, go Tigers, and it was really bizarre to watch,
It
you know,
was-
with no one
No
there.
sound.
yeah.
It was like playing football with no sound, wasn't it? It
Yeah.
really was. But, and then people were ringing up this morning and people on social media going, oh, I can't believe that they're giving high fives and the hugging and shaking hands and all that. You know, we're meant to be doing all this. I said, mate, they're tackling.
Yeah. It is a
What?
contact sport.
It's a contact sport. What are you even worried about if they're giving high fives? And now Collingwood tonight, they're kicking goals and they're doing like elbow.
Oh, the elbow bump.
but
Yeah,
you're
okay.
tackling each other. You like,
Trombos,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like Jesus. You know, like come on.
Well, I watched a bit of the NBL finals as well, and that was the same.
Oh, I don't watch the
Basketball
I don't
just
watch the
happened- well, it just
basketball.
happened to be on SBS, and I
Yeah.
flipped around and went, and not a soul in the building.
Yeah.
And you can hear every from the
See,
sneakers. and-
that's a bit cooler because when AFL, you don't hear them running in the grass.
No.
So the
no.
basketball's still
Yeah.
a little bit, and that's like going watching my son play,
Yeah.
where there's only the parents there and
Yes.
and nobody else.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what it kind of felt like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, some like a North Melbourne v Port Adelaide.
Yeah.
On a Friday night at Etihad or something.
It'd be like Geelong and
here we go.
I'm just going
Geelong
to
and-
interrupt you for a second, guys.
Sorry?
So Raven was just saying he's heading off to work. Sorry, Raven. Catch us on the go around.
heading off to work.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
6 o'clock over in Ohio at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
in the
now
morning.
for those of you,
obviously too bad you're not living in California right now. Otherwise, you'd be sitting at home for the next month. Is it? They closed it down for a month. Is that right?
Ohio's in lockdown. California's in lockdown.
oof.
There's a few of them in. Yes, Raven, it is a bit of Aussie rules, mate. It's kind of merging everything into one.
Now-
Yeah.
Interestingly,
We're talking about Aussie rules because
Aussie
of
rules.
no
the
crowds.
season just started.
Yeah. So it's
And-
it was our first game last night.
First game last night, and they did it to an empty stadium.
Yeah, and like a stadium that holds 100,000 people.
Yeah, empty.
Yeah. So bigger than those, like a college stadium, not like an NFL stadium because
No.
none of them hold 100,000,
No.
but like one of the big college stadiums. So imagine playing a game of
The
football
shoe.
with no one.
The shoe. Ohio State.
Yep.
I think they hold about 125.
Is
So
it really
I think
125?
something-
So imagine playing in that with no one there.
Yep.
Like there wasn't even like I was really hoping that like it must be one person that sort of just snuck out and sat in one of the seats.
You just need one
Just
guy.
one
Well,
person.
the whole thing was that those MCC security guys are so serious that if anyone had turned up, they would have been
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
gone. Yeah.
marched out
Yeah.
of the joint.
Did you
Just need
introduce
one
us?
dude to sit there and just go ball?
Did you introduce us?
No, I didn't.
Okay, maybe we should do that.
Okay. Hey, Matt. Oh, sorry. I'm introducing Matt before introducing you, Matt. Hey, Matt. I might talk later on if we have time. And mind you, we're talking free agency. There's a ton to talk about.
Yeah.
But I'm in a pirate league with Matt that he's set up this off season that looks really interesting and different.
So
Uh,
that's the one I was asked to go in, but
But
I'm trying to cut back on my league. So to go and join another one is
did-
sort
we
of
did discuss
contrary
this
to what I'm
last
trying to
year,
do. Yeah, it's just.
and I dare say you'd probably get pretty grumpy.
I get grumpy by the fact that in this pirate league that if you lose, you get to how many players do you get to keep? Like what are
No,
they
they
called?
get to take one.
First mate. So you get a first mate, so you get to
right.
keep him. So
So-
you pick one player they can't touch, so you can touch the rest of your team. Mate, that's going to just piss me off every week that I
Yes.
lose.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
so this is the bloke you play can raid,
Yes.
raid your team by one.
Yes.
So you really need to have a good squad and get lots of points.
Or you have like really shit, and no one just goes, "Well, I don't really want anybody on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
team, mate."
yeah.
So that's the other way of
have
looking at it.
32 girlies.
Yes, have the- oh, mate, there's talk of him going to the Falcons.
I know.
Oh.
Oh, mate,
We'll get to
no,
that.
Well,
yeah,
we'll get to
to
that.
it.
We'll get to
get
that.
to it.
Raven, hope work goes well. Sorry to hear your factory might be shutting down a few weeks,
Sorry to hear
man.
that.
Yeah,
It's,
sorry, dude. Yeah,
It's hard world over, isn't it?
it's only a matter of time here. It's only,
Yeah, it absolutely is.
you know,
Enjoy your day at work, mate, and we're all thinking of you.
yeah.
So anyway,
Benji.
obviously,
You might,
No, he's going to be wearing an eye patch because he's
mate. If I went in that league, how many games? Mate, say they play the 16 games.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have 16 guys missing from my roster by the end of the year.
telling you.
I'm gonna have an
32
aneurysm.
possibilities.
I'm gonna have a stroke.
It's going to have one eye.
Oh,
It will be a pirate.
yeah, I'll be no good, mate. I'll be walking the plank, and no one's going to be pushing me out there,
You have
mate.
to
I'll
get
be
a
doing it by
fast
myself. Oh,
G, welcome back to the pod. We've had a little break.
we have.
Um,
I was on a pod. I was on the Dynasty Warzone during
Yep.
the week with Memphis and Jerry Sin.
Lovely.
It was good. It was good. Randy sort of threw me a bit of a curveball. I had all these the notes I have here. I had for his show.
Yep.
And then we got on. He goes, "Oh, we're doing quarterbacks." And guess what, mate? I have like one quarterback that I wanted to talk about. So it's that the old, you know.
You can use
from
my-
left field.
You can use my cheat sheets, mate.
Oh, you.
Copious.
I've got
Copious
none of
notes.
these got any quarterbacks. I was ready to talk something else, but it was great to talk to Memphis. We'll talk about. We've got Flacco written down there. Dalton, the Red Rocket, mate. We could talk about.
No, we'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Yeah, so it was really good to talk to those. And Jerry is actually a real person. I thought he was just like a not a figment of his imagination, but I thought maybe Memphis was a little bit like
Bipolar?
no, not bipolar. When you have more than split
Yeah,
personality.
split
Yeah. But he's not. Jerry's a real guy, and I got to see him, on Skype, so that was good to know that he actually
Oh, I've got
exists.
no idea what he looks like. Actually,
He's got a beard.
has he?
Yeah, he's got a
Oh,
beard. So when someone
man.
has a beard,
That wasn't
you don't see too much of the rest of him because you just see his beard. But it was good to talk to the guys and be on there and talk about the free agents and what's happening with the quarterbacks. And where they're going and who it affects. And so,
Yeah, very good.
yeah, it was good. It was good.
And we do have a guest in studio.
We do.
People might have noticed. Dave,
Thanks, mate.
grumpy Browns fan, but maybe not so.
No, not so grumpy.
Look,
Wait until like halfway through the season. You'll be back to grumpy.
yeah,
Stuff like that.
yeah. I'll be a no-show. I'll be hiding under a rock, throwing things at people as they go past.
Oh, you got a tight end though now that might actually play.
Yeah,
So we'll talk about that
Talk
as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm excited. And AJ, you're looking resplendent in your
Yes.
your Paddy Mahomes,
Patty Mahomes.
Super Bowl.
It's a minor
Jersey,
miracle I have this.
Guernsey, whatever they call it over there.
I ordered this from China.
Yep.
Ordered this from China. And it took, because I was watching the tracking, it took a very, very long time. I thought it wasn't
Slow
going to
boat?
arrive. Slow boat. No,
Literally.
because the mail got held up.
Yeah.
They were shutting things down, and I think it might have just slipped past right at the end. If you ordered it now, forget it. I
Yes,
reckon.
yeah.
There's no way you're getting anything.
Just like a
out of China.
Mahomes, they like sling arm side pass, just gets past.
And when it arrived, my wife said, she maybe get the gloves, the thing, the sanitizer. It had to come down here for 3 weeks.
Well, I was going to say,
It was in quarantine.
We were discussing this before in regards to the virus and everything
Yes.
else and its life cycle. But the other thing is too, that probably it had been fumigated on its way in.
I'm sure.
So
Yeah, I'm sure. So
But it looks good.
it was good. It looks great.
Yeah.
and stitched.
I'm glad I
So
put you onto him.
It's
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Those 12-year-old fingers, they can get in there. And do
They,
real
they,
good
they
stuff.
do a great job.
I won't
do
tell
a-
you what it costs because that would be yes.
Well,
Don't
mate.
kiss
Straight
and
that.
tell.
Yeah,
No. But yeah, it's whatever you
we
think
mate,
it
we
is,
can, we
halve
can't,
it.
mate. We seriously, as a people, we can't bitch and moan about like child labour. Like it's a terrible thing, but we all buy shit from there.
we do.
Lots do, and we all do, and some do without knowing necessarily the routes that it
Yes,
takes.
true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But most of us are sort of like a little bit tuned into the world, sort of know what's going on, don't we?
Yeah, we're realistic about it.
Yeah.
So. Now I must say, G, just before we start with the main course, drinks of the pod, they're kind of quarantined.
No,
Drinks of the
quarantine.
pod.
I didn't even get it, mate. They were sort of like as I was walking past the
The
mini
fridge.
bar tonight down the back. I was on the way here. I said, "Shit, what have we got?"
What have we
So
got?
we got a Jim Beam. We've got-
Bogan juice with zero sugar.
Yeah,
So
I think that was brought to my house by my mate for a get together before everything shit hit the fan.
Yep.
So it's all good. They've been sitting in there for about 12 months.
And this is a wannabe Corona, which would be ironic. if
No,
you
there's
brought
no
a
wannabe
Corona.
about it, mate.
Soul's a way better.
It's
brew.
better. Yeah,
Way
it
better
is.
brew.
And I pinched one of my daughter's double black Smirnoffs. So she's gonna, and I actually I had a friend over for dinner tonight. But social distance we did.
Yes.
And I gave him one of these as well. So she's gonna go to the fridge one day and find there's two and let me. She'll know.
House down? Yep.
She'll know. She'll know.
Well, have you heard
So-
that there are people on podcasts around the world making quarantinis?
Yeah. You got a friend in Spain.
Different versions, but the ones that I like has had like a cough syrup in it. Like it's a
Yeah.
2 parts Denizen, 1 part one part Benadryl with a squirt of Robitussin Fort with 3 parts vodka. And I went, I'm more down with the children's
You had
cherry vanilla Panadol.
Yeah, yeah.
Vodka. I reckon that'd be great.
Can you get that? Can you get the cherry? Mate, I went up to get my son some, and mate, sold out.
Well,
And I said,
hoarded. Not
did-
sold out, hoarded.
hoarded. I said,
Hoarded.
did I under my breath, but out loud, I said, all the bought them all.
Yep.
And the guy turned around and said, yeah, actually they did.
Right.
So we'll just leave it at
Oof.
that.
Particular persuasion were you
Yes.
referring to? Yes.
And
you're
there's a lot of them around in the area in which AJ and I live.
Yes. Ada, I'm changing the subject very quickly.
but
Ada,
anyway.
how you going, man? Vikings. Little bit of transactioning in
no
free agency.
cash, Chopper.
Oh,
No cash.
Zip, nada.
No
Mm.
cash in the Vikings.
No, they're actually hoping for the
I will
getting
get
part
to
of the Trump, payout to everybody. That's what they're looking for.
Well, they're actually looking for to get rid of 16.5 million in their second round tender on Mr. Harris.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yes, they offloaded 18.75 million, I think it was. They were 1.25 over the cap.
Ooh.
They've just Kings allocated this tender, and they're now asking for, by the sounds of it, almost a first round pick for him.
I mean, I guess they'd like to actually sign some rookies.
Well, that'd be a really good idea. Yeah.
It'd
I
be
mean,
nice.
but next year they get I think they get a $90 million extra in the.
I was going to say the cap would be going up though, right?
Yeah, it goes.
Yes, it
yeah.
goes up $90 million next year. I think.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello,
Let's
Campy.
see how the economy's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, by then, isn't it weird that China's the first to get it, and the first, mate, all their industries kicking back into line as the rest of the world suffers at the moment. Just a bit ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Andrew's calling us on. Come on, get to the main course. Let's do it.
Well, Campy's got to do some study and DM me later on this social media video thing that he was talking about earlier on Twitter. We're having a chat about it on Twitter, and he's got to learn it all so he can teach me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So okay. Do you want to get into it?
Yeah,
so we'll go team by team,
Sure.
and we've got people to discuss.
Alphabetically?
So, yes, that's why I've got it on here.
Have you got it team by team? Go.
Yeah, team by team.
All right.
And I'm pretty sure the NFL, it's the NFL free tracker. So they're pretty, what I've noticed, have been pretty much up to date straight away, and away we go.
Yep.
You'd hope so that the NFL and their own NFL affiliate would be up to date.
Well, you'd hope.
So are we going to do defense, or we'll just go through the teams quickly and we'll talk about who we want to talk about?
If you want to mention a few defensive guys, but the thing is, we'll be here, as I said to Dave, we'll be here till 3 a.m. if we go too much in depth.
Devontae Campbell, that must have been, did that happen today?
Yeah, to Arizona.
Arizona's been shopping.
They have. Devondre Campbell
they had a bit of money to spend.
They had money, but they also clearly had packets of leftover chips from Christmas or something, because that's what they gave to Bill O'Brien. Said, "Hello, Bill."
Oh, God, yeah, we'll get to the Texans, mate. We'll get to the Texans.
Well, that's more Arizona, isn't it? Because Arizona has received the jet.
They have
some of the safest hands in the NFL.
We will. Okay, so we'll go Kevin Drake. So he was done the transition tag. So there's their running back. Larry Fitzgerald re-signed for a year.
Yes.
So we'll get to the
big
one, and that's DeAndre Hopkins. So quite in a trade with the Texans, along with a 4th round pick in exchange for David Johnson, as well as a 2020 second and a 2021 4th.
They made out like bandits.
They did, didn't they?
Highway robbery.
Yes, and there's some sort of word on the street that
dodgy knee.
Bill
dodgy
O'Brien,
knee. I heard today too.
Bill O'Brien. Once you're in the doghouse with him,
yes,
that's it.
Yep.
Well,
now he called out DeAndre for using the American slang term, baby mamas. I don't know how.
What the hell is baby mamas? I heard that today.
I'll get to it. So I don't know how many children he has to how many different women, hence baby mamas. So each of the mamas have got a bubba to him.
To Bill O'Brien?
No, to DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh.
I believe Mr. Hopkins.
He can't help it if he's
sorry. I believe Mr. O'Brien, the general manager / coach / general manager, one of them should be sacked. Both of them. Quite possibly could be of a very religious persuasion and doesn't like this, called out DeAndre on this because apparently the women were hanging around. He's involved with the kids.
Yep.
And like you said, once you're out, you're done.
As someone said today, the team manager or whatever he is, was the team manager? What do they call them?
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah. His coach, general manager. The general manager is going to get Bill O'Brien, the coach, fired.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good way of putting it, isn't it? But I think,
Well, you want to talk about a sliding doors moment. DeAndre going to Arizona was one of 2 final nails in the coffin for one TB12 to vacate New England.
Why? How do you mean?
Hopkins.
Yeah.
And who was the other big wide receiver that went?
To where?
I've gone blank. It's not in my copious notes because I didn't get to the wide receivers.
Someone left.
There was 2. No. They didn't leave New England. There was another one that left another one. New England.
Diggs?
Stephon Diggs, yep.
Oh, Stephon Diggs, sorry.
Stephon Diggs and
Stephon.
And DeAndre Hopkins were both being highly sought after by New England.
Oh,
New England
I
didn't
see.
offer up a last bit of cash.
Yeah.
And that's basically when TB went, I'm done.
Mm.
If you're not going to get the support for me.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either if it came down to the fact that there's just like they put an offer out to Brady, knowing that Brady's not going to take the money that we're offering him.
Yeah.
So-
Plus, they're not getting.
Plus,
the
not,
support.
no, well, he hasn't support for a while, has he?
No.
To be honest, but
So yeah, there's your sliding doors moment
yeah, but geez, Hopkins to Arizona.
for a bag of chips.
Okay,
and a bag
so-
of Skittles.
Yeah, so who's it help?
Kyler Murray.
Oh,
Woohoo.
Kyler Murray.
Now, does it help DeAndre Hopkins? Like his numbers have slowly been going
You go from Deshaun
backwards.
Watson
Like his
to
yards
Kyler
per
Murray.
carry, his yards per catch have been going down. And if you look at his stats, as soon as there's a field full of guys, his numbers, which is going to happen. If you've
Well,
if
it's
you've got Will Fuller and all that on the field, obviously your numbers are not going to be as good.
No.
Yeah.
But he is the dominant number one
Oh,
receiver, and is he going to be?
He will be the number one receiver.
He's going to be the number one.
WR1 in Arizona. Kyler is going to be.
Hey, we got Hakeem Butler coming back this year, mate.
you got Christian Kirk.
Got Christian Kirk and his
You've got
Isabella, the speedster that almost got run down with a 20-yard head start.
That's why the 40 is the most stupid.
Oh, it's
thing
ridiculous,
done
isn't it?
in the
It's dumb.
combine. But
Play
no,
speed, please, people.
WR1 will be Hopkins. They will focus.
Yeah.
They will redesign.
But is he going to be? Is he going to be the deep guy?
Oh, he'll be the mid to deep threat for sure.
But I tell you, people aren't thinking about Hakeem Butler, right?
They're not.
So the
but the
offense-
thing about Hakeem Butler is he can play, and I had him at number one
Yeah.
in my receivers coming out last year because to me he was the only receiver out of the whole crop that came out. He can line up in every position on the field.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. And he's what is he, 6'3"? Geez, I can't think. 6'2",
something like that.
6'3". Great leap.
They don't particularly have a tight end, though, do they?
No.
But does it matter? I mean, they've got.
Do they have a tight end? Full stop. I can't even. Do they have a tight end?
Well, they do.
They
yeah, but who
would,
they have one? But who is it?
I don't know. Bugger if I know. But listen, doesn't matter. Christian Kirk was coming on really
Yes.
nicely. You've got Hakeem Butler, who hasn't had a start yet. People have forgotten about him. Then you've got Nuke on the field. And then you've got someone like Kenyon Drake. Andrew says, what are your predictions? 1,000 yards or less? I
Over.
reckon he can do 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
I reckon he's going to be great.
Yeah. If you look at it, like he had
I'll
some.
take the line.
Oh,
I'll take the line plus minus 50 to 100 on that. 900 to 1,100 yards because of the run game for him is behind.
Behind what?
Who's he behind?
Nobody.
nobody.
No, as in who's his QB?
Oh, Kyler.
Oh,
but
I see.
but he still had massive game. Like if you look at it, he had some like really huge games, and he had like 4 touchdown game.
Oh, yeah,
but
they
if you-
were all
if
short
you-
yardage.
Yeah,
That
but
was
if
against
you
Cleveland too.
look
Thanks
at
for reminding
if
me
you
of
take
that.
out
Fell up in a fetal position.
if you take out his big run games and you just look at it, and everybody goes, "Oh, if you take out these, he only averaged really this." But if he took out all his big games,
Yep.
he still averages like 80 yards a game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So it's still
Plus-
good.
Plus minus at the line.
Yeah,
50.
Mm.
I reckon. I don't know.
I think Arizona's going to be. They're going to be good, mind you. They're in a good division. They have to be. They really do have to put the foot on the throttle.
On the gas.
And if you look at running or scrambling, proper running,
QBs.
scrambling QBs. If you look at the running backs, they don't catch a lot of balls. But if you look at Kyler Murray, he is the exception
might do the
to
doubles. Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah. Well,
So if you want a pass catching back, go grab one on
Oh,
a
okay.
on a
Well,
quarterback that doesn't actually
if Andrew's question of 1,000 yards is including receiving yards,
including.
Oh, then totally.
Oh,
yes.
he's going
to-
over
totally
Easy.
over. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
But if it's a purely 1,000-yard rusher,
rushing.
I'd take the line plus or minus 50.
Yeah, rushing on its own.
Fair
I'm
enough.
with you.
Yeah.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Only because of Kyler, and now that you've got these, are they going to run single back, 3 wide sets with no tight end? They're going to run.
With no tight end.
Because someone please tell us who the damn tight end
Yeah.
is. AJ, if you got your phone there, mate, look it up for us. while
Mind
we're
you, they've
doing it.
also got. I was going to say they could just. This is a good draft to get a banger, one,
Running back.
two
Oh.
down banger. But mind you, they do have Chase Edmonds too. He's pretty handy.
Yep.
So I think they're reasonably well set up.
I think offensively, and the problem is there's no real like standout tight end. Like I can't remember the name of the guy who's at the top of the list. I haven't looked at the tight end market
Yeah,
yet.
You mean overall?
Rookies.
In the rookies, sorry, in the rookies.
Yeah.
I don't even know what's
Oh.
available on
Free agency.
free agency.
Not
There's
much.
a fair few out there, but nothing like worth you're going to go and pay any money for. You might get one like a bargain basement guy. Maybe bring back Ricky Seals Jones.
Mate, you know I'm a big fan of RSJ just because I like saying RSJ.
He sounds like a pop star, Ricky Seals Jones.
He does, ladies and gentlemen, to the dance floor.
Yeah, it
Ricky
does.
Seals
It
Jones.
sounds a bit like that, doesn't
It
it?
does a little bit, you know.
I think it's the last name Jones because it just reminds me of Tom.
Uh-huh.
Tom Jones.
Thank you, ladies.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Max
as far
Williams.
as fantasy goes, I'd say I don't know about Hopkins' value being. I
Max
think
Williams.
it's same or maybe a little bit less than what he has been at Houston because he
Yeah,
has so many more targets around him, and he actually has a decent running back. Like, you know, give me the good last running back that they had that he played with at the Texans was
Duke Johnson.
so
Carlos
you know,
Hyde.
Carlos, I was going to say Carlos, but no, really,
Now David Johnson.
you know, it's down, and you know, so it helps Kyle. I reckon it helps Kyler Murray. No, and if you look at Kyler Murray's numbers compared to Deshaun Watson's numbers,
Yep.
mate, there's not much in them.
No.
And granted that Deshaun Watson didn't play the last week of the season,
Yep.
so you got to take that into account. But mate, they are relatively close. And when you think how much hype that Deshaun Watson gets,
Yes.
and now
Well,
you're giving it, and this rookie's
let's-
not far behind him
let's be
without an
fair.
offensive line.
Murray had a fair bit of hype around him too for a 3'7" quarterback.
Yeah, but he was a rookie. He's
Yeah.
coming in as a rookie.
And a
Never
Heisman.
never played the
Yeah.
game at the pro level. And what he did just to get a little bit behind Deshaun Watson, behind an offensive line that's absolutely crap. He gave himself half a second, and if there was, mate, I'm out.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Now, granted, the Cards have
Okay,
done quite a
move
few
on.
Things. Let's keep.
let's keep it moving on. Okay, the Falcons. Okay, the Baltimore Ravens.
Wait.
Dude.
No, these are
That
additions.
track
They're
up.
not
Oh, I
subtractions.
was gonna
Okay,
say.
so we'll do
Oh,
the
this
additions.
is good.
Okay, so
Baltimore.
we got Dante Fowler.
Yeah.
Great. Mate, that's an upgrade over Vic Beasley.
Yeah,
Because Vic Beasley had one good season.
Beasley
What was
signed
it
a big
like?
contract.
Was it like 15 or 17 sacks or something?
He had
Did
an
he get?
amazing season.
And that was it.
And then just like crickets.
We've been terrible at picking pass rushes.
Yep.
We're
Calais.
a bit like the Bolt. We're a bit like the New England Patriots trying to grab a wide receiver. Basically, that's.
Calais Campbell to Baltimore from Jacksonville.
Hey, we're not. No, we're going back to the We'll go back to the Falcons.
Oh, we
just
will go back
quickly.
to the
Yeah, we'll go
Falcons.
back.
All right.
We got Hayden Hurst.
Okay.
Okay, so how many he's caught about maybe I think roughly maybe about 48 balls in 3 seasons.
I don't
That's
mind.
not bad.
He's had the few injuries,
I don't mind.
but mate, the 48 balls he's caught, he looks okay.
yeah, he does look okay.
So
Yeah.
he's about the same size as Austin Hooper,
Yeah.
and he's more. I'd say he's more athletic. He's definitely a quicker in a straight line than Hooper.
That comes handy when he's running the 40. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but he just looks, his play speed just looks quicker than. I actually thought Hooper at college looked more athletic than he did. It's like he put on a bit more size and it sort of
Yeah,
worked
to-
against
to
him a bit.
become
Right.
Run blocker.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's dropped 4 balls in the last 2
Yeah,
years,
that's pretty good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
8% catch rate.
Oh, he's got one of the best catch rates in the
Yeah.
NFL. He's in the. I think I was looking at
Who
the catch
signed him
rates the
again?
other night. No, I don't know. But we'll,
Who signed him again?
don't know. I think we're coming up to
Hooper.
see. We're
Oh,
coming up to see. Just wait.
That's right.
So as far as that's an uptick, as far as fantasy you're looking at when you're looking at tight
Yes.
ends this year,
Yes.
it's an uptick for Hayden Hurst
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
to get out of Baltimore
Listen,
with Mark Andrews there.
Andrews
Yeah.
is a fantastic. tight
He's
end.
number one down.
I would
Yeah.
not be surprised in the next 2 seasons that you will be arguing the top 3 being Kittle, Kelsey, and Andrews.
Mate, Kelsey's be gone, mate. He'd be finished this year. If they
Really?
yeah, mate, he's like 30. Well, how was he?
31, maybe.
32, maybe. Mate, and he's a banger of a player.
He's older
Like,
than you think.
yeah, and he
Yes.
plays the way he plays it. He plays like Gronk. He's
Yeah.
mate physical, runs hard. He takes big hits.
But I
Matt,
don't-
how old's Travis Kelsey? There we go. Matt.
Matt will find out
and
for us.
has he
Max
and
Williams,
I'm
please.
pretty
Can we
certain
move
he hasn't missed a game
Yeah,
in the
move on.
last 2 or 3 seasons either. Matty, if you can check that out.
Yeah,
That'd be fantastic.
Mate, he's a baller though, isn't he? Seriously, Kelsey.
Kelsey,
Mate, he's a
Oh,
serious
yeah,
baller,
yeah,
mate.
yeah,
He's got that white line fever going on,
He has.
without a doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
He's a bloke you'd go, righto. I want my starting.
I'm going in the trenches with
starting
him.
11. Put him in.
Oh yeah. You want him in the trenches. Okay, so the Baltimore Ravens. So,
Yep.
Calais Campbell in the
Campbell.
trade from the Jags.
$27 million, 2 years, $20 million guaranteed.
For nothing.
For a packet of chips and a bit of Skittles.
Well, I'm not a real IDP guy, so
Thanks, Matty. You're a legend.
AJ, you're all over
Thanks,
that.
thanks,
30.
Campy.
Okay.
You're a champ.
So he'd
too.
probably be 31 by the time
There you go.
this season starts.
He's still.
Cheers, man.
Thank you, Matty. Well, even that though, he's still got possibly 3 years in the thing. So when he
Yeah, he
goes
might
back to
have,
his
yeah.
contract's up at the end of this year, which will take us to C, and then we'll
Yeah.
change some figures around. And we'll
Yeah,
go from
yeah.
there. Baltimore. Who else do they get?
Baltimore.
Matt Judon, they re-signed, which is a good move.
Yeah, yeah.
And Matt Stukra, the centre. So pretty much, as far as unless you play IDP,
They lost a right guard, didn't they? He retired.
okay. So
Yeah, that's a fair call. All right, let's.
yeah, spot on, Cam.
okay, we're moving along, mate. When did we start? How long have we gone for? Shit, we better get moving
Yeah,
along.
yeah. Mind
Okay.
you, some teams haven't done much.
Yeah, something that we just went through the Ravens, but done. Okay, Buffalo Bills. As far as offense, Stephon Diggs.
Ooh, very nice.
Big one,
Yeah.
and with the QB,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
the Josh Allen.
Okay, now
He might actually. The only problem is lucky that Stephon Diggs has got a great reach, because as those balls go sailing 6 feet over, yeah, I know, I knocked
do,
the table before.
do they survive Corona?
They do.
They do. Yeah, they survive everything, mate, don't they?
Yeah. STDs, Corona,
Yeah, you
whatever.
should bloody fumigate the joint, mate. What's going on? Cockroach.
We've got a friend, bushrape. It's only a bushy.
Yeah.
As those balls and saying go sailing 6 and 8 feet over his head, lucky that he can jump so high and has got a good reach. He's going to be doing
This is the problem with Josh Allen. It's a problem with quarterbacks. If you look at the correlation between quarterbacks that aren't accurate in college, they don't get any more accurate when they come to the NFL, and that's going to be his biggest problem.
It's faster. How are they going to get more accurate? It's a faster.
He's got a great arm. That's great.
I was going to cannon.
Yeah.
Oh,
So as long as Diggs has still got some speed, which
Well,
I'm pretty sure he
I'm pretty
has,
sure he does.
he find himself underneath a few.
They open the field out to like the 4th row in the grandstand so that Diggs can run out there and catch the wide ones.
frankly, it's what they needed, though, wasn't it?
Yes.
They definitely needed a receiver.
A good receiver.
A good
They've had
receiver.
with John Brown on one side, Stephon Diggs. I think
That's nice.
Stephon Diggs is going to play a lot of
And
the not across the middle, but a lot of the shorter run after catch sort of type stuff. And then every now and then he'll be bolting down the field.
And then
Now,
Like,
of course,
mate, what do you do? You got two fast guys on the outside, mate. Like, mate, they're gonna burn a few people.
Well, they will. And then you've got a ball of muscle in your backfield as your running back.
Yeah,
Who just followed on from Frank Gore,
Good-
who learnt from Frank Gore.
yep, and a good offensive line,
Yep. Now, of course, the big news was
good defense.
what Buffalo decided to. Oh, I see him now.
Hope he
Yeah.
likes the cold.
Cockroach going across the thing.
We know. Yep.
Tons of them around at the moment. But what Buffalo paid to get Diggs compared
Oh,
to what Arizona paid
for Hopkins.
Yeah.
And that's the big news.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. And it's a bit like, well, Bill O'Brien would have been like, oh, hang on. We could have got that. I mean, Diggs versus Hopkins. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, especially
Diggs is good, but Nuke.
yeah.
But the other thing is too, as you pointed out, Drew, that there is a rumor going around that
Hopkins' knees probably.
might not be as good as it could
I did
be.
hear that.
Yeah.
So then you now go, well, Diggs is now the win.
Ooh, I hadn't heard that.
Potentially.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we
And look,
we can look into that.
Diggs has been trying to get out of there or at least all of last year.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yes.
Yeah,
him and
he-
Cousins were.
Yeah. He's a great quarterback. Get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone come and save
Well,
me.
there was the Thursday night or Sunday night game where they had them both on the stand after that spat,
Yeah.
and the girl who's doing it, she's on the Around the NFL podcast. She's also on the
Oh, I know who you're
Tiny-
talking
tiny
about.
box.
The blonde lady.
Yeah, really, really smart.
She sent us a message to start our last year's Melbourne League.
Oh,
Stefana Bell.
No,
Not her?
no,
Oh, okay, I'm out there.
Her
I'm out.
nickname's Tiny Box. She plays softball with the around the NFL boys.
Nah, I'm
She
out.
had them, and she said that they were frosty. Like they,
Oh.
Yeah.
they were supposed to
Oh,
have
mate,
made up, but she said the tension was
There's-
there, and you just went, "Hey, caramba!"
There's
Right.
plenty of that, I reckon,
Wow.
going around.
So I think he'll be happy to be out of there. And by the tweets, Josh was happy to get him. So
oh my
Without
word!
doubt. All right, we'll move on to the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh,
Kyle
yeah.
Allen, exclusive rights free agent signing, 1 year extension.
Oh, cut to the chase.
Hey, Teddy, your boy Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy gets out of New Orleans, signs a 3-year, $63 million contract, includes $33 million fully guaranteed.
I was pretty surprised though. I didn't expect that landing spot. I don't think anyone
That's some,
did.
mate. That's some good money too.
that was not where I had a gut feeling he might go.
No,
I had Chargers.
I wouldn't have minded Chargers.
I had him at the Chargers.
Yeah.
him and
I wouldn't mind the Chargers.
and Terod, I think would have been a good duo. But anyway,
Yeah.
Safe. He's safe.
Yeah.
He's not going to turn the ball over. He's
No.
not going to be Cam.
he's not. Yeah, no, you're right.
No.
and,
So
he will dive on the ball in the final.
he would. He would. I'm pretty guaranteed he'd
Yeah.
probably do that. So Teddy going there. So okay. So let's have a look at just the guys that it affects.
Well,
Just quickly, DJ. No, but DJ Moore, up, down. Just quickly. Is it better, worse, same?
Maybe.
I say
Smidge
I say same.
I say maybe same smidge down.
Same as you hope he's the same, at
Yes.
least. Wouldn't you?
But look at Michael Thomas in
Curtis
New
Samuel?
Orleans.
Yep.
I reckon Curtis Samuel up.
No, don't expect
Riser.
Rise up.
Don't expect Teddy to throw the deep ball.
Oh no.
But that's Curtis Samuel's got speed, mate. You get him in the open space, and that thing's gone.
But
Yeah.
Teddy can still move in the pocket and get the gaps.
Yes.
You saw it in the 6-win streak that he had in New Orleans when old man Breeze went down in a stiff breeze. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I did.
Zephyr.
The Zephyr. Yeah. He was able to move in the pocket and hit those 8, 12, 15 yard downfield, not your 30, 40 yards, but the guys, like you said, Thomas fed off that.
Oh yeah. Ada says not sure it's going to work. It seems a little bit of an odd fit. I actually, contrary to that, I like the fit personally.
Okay.
I think it's a good fit. I think Cam, that's the odd fit, but we got
Yeah.
used to that, and they were building around that, and that's
think
fine.
I think Ada's got a point. If it had stayed Riverboat wrong, it would have been an odd fit.
Yeah,
If
okay.
because
yeah,
now
yeah.
they've got this bloke from Baylor. They're the guy, the former college coach from Baylor is the.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Is now the head coach.
What's
of
his name again?
Carolina.
What about Russell O'Connor? Is he any good?
New new Panthers head coach,
He came
Matt
from
Rule, is
Matt
it?
Rule,
Matt
that's
Rule.
it.
That's
Got
it.
it. Matt Rule.
Yeah.
Russell O'Coon. Any good?
Uh,
He come from the Chargers.
no.
Because they picked him up
Man.
as a left tackle. So
I tell you, the Chargers haven't been super active, but the moves they've made have been good moves. I'm glad that we didn't get Tom Brady.
No, we're not talking about the Chargers. We're
no,
talking
no.
about if Russell O'Coon's
But
any
we
good.
traded Trey Turner for Russell O'Coon.
That was a good trade.
That's an awesome trade
That's a
because
really good trade.
O'Coon is older.
Yep.
He's probably getting close to retiring, and his health issues have been just getting
Questionable.
bigger. In fact, he had a heart issue in training camp, and it looked like he might have to. That might be career
Okay.
over.
Okay, so that's good.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So we'll move on to Chicago Bears. We're only up to C. So but I'm pretty sure there's no XYZ. So we're pretty safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick Foles.
Oh no, it's Napoleon Dynamite, isn't it? Oh, sorry, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, Nick Foles.
He just-
What do you
Let's
think?
refer to the copious notes.
how many-
Copious notes on Niggy. So what do you think of that signing for starters? I think it's who's going to be the starter for who's going to be the
Oh,
starter for the Bears?
Can I say that I really
Nick
think
Foles is going to outplay him in preseason. And they're not going to even have a
Nick
preseason. That's the
Foles
problem,
has
though.
already outplayed him in Madden. They're playing it at the moment on Xbox. What are you talking about, mate? If this goes the way I see it potentially going, it's going to be a Smith Mahomes, not red shirt clearly, but let's call it a red shirt. I don't know that they're going to boot Trubisky to the curb. However, they could put him behind him to learn. Foles played all those years in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Got into good habits there, took them to the Super Bowl, obviously won well. Went to Jacksonville Jokes and broke his collarbone in, 8 minutes and 37 seconds of the first quarter.
Yes.
Yeah, so you feel bad about that. But the bit I don't feel bad about is Jacksonville chewing $18.75 million in cap space.
Oh, to get rid of Foles.
Talk about a dumpster fire.
Yeah, well,
They've since they made the
And Nick
was
Foles' base-
so close.
base,
Yeah.
15.1
Yeah.
million. So that's
Is that like
Jacksonville-
like a million?
that is a little bit like
Okay.
a million, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
we already did a sliding doors thing, didn't we? But imagine, it wasn't Miles Jack. Was that the whole Miles Jack was down? Imagine if that we'd gone that way, we could be talking about a whole different Jacksonville Jags team, couldn't
Yeah.
we?
But what was it? Only 2 years ago they were like that close.
Might be
Smidgen.
three. Might be three now.
Three.
Is it 3 years?
Smidgen. Smidgen away.
15th.
One play,
Yes.
One play away.
essentially.
And look at it, boom, all downhill.
Yep.
Eh?
24-3.
Roller coaster to hell.
Yeah,
It's like-
All right, and their other big signing, Jimmy Graham.
Ugh.
Jimmy Graham, 2 year worth $16 million. And he's going, mate, I love this superannuation payout the NFL
Yeah.
teams are giving me. Because pretty much that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I looked at his numbers, mate. This seriously, go and have a look. I didn't write them down, sorry.
The gradual.
Go mate, as soon as he left New Orleans,
Yeah.
it's like, and then he had 10 touchdown year, no yards, 10 touchdowns with the Seahawks about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But look at it, mate. It has just been a constant nosedive.
And
Kamikaze's put the whole headband on, sees the battleship, and he's just kamikazed all the way in.
Well, let's look at this. He was at New Orleans, 8 games in a dome.
Yeah.
Warm weather.
Right.
Warm ball. He's now got 8 at Soldier.
He's going to
Mate,
be.
that ball is going
He just came out of playing Green Bay,
Yeah, but that was when he was younger,
and that's
fresh.
no, it wasn't that long ago.
Hang on. Oh, no.
It was only there last year.
last year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm getting his
But
Seattle.
maybe he didn't have a good year that year. He doesn't like the cold.
No, well, there you go.
Doesn't like
so
the
I'm
cold.
getting Seattle and Green Bay
Yeah.
at the front.
He's just getting a free trip around America at the moment.
Very
isn't he?
hard to perform with cold balls.
Yes.
It is
So
very,
if
very hard as
so if-
Stanza pointed out.
if Nick, it's the water was cold.
The water was cold.
So Nick Foles, if Nick Foles is a starter, okay,
Yes.
it can't be hard to beat out the truth, can it? Is it Robinson? How do you see the receivers up,
I'd go up.
down?
Yes.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody's up.
Accuracy.
I think everyone's up.
Everybody's up.
Accuracy is
Yeah,
better.
Better.
Than Foles.
Yeah,
So long-
everyone's up.
So long as he doesn't get injured on that ice cold tundra
yeah.
of Soldier Field
In the first 5 minutes.
In the first 5 minutes, and then he's
We're
got a
good.
game- then
We're
he's got a
good.
game in Green Bay.
Well, they picked up a couple. They picked up Danny Trevathan, not a bad linebacker, and they picked up Robert Quinn, who had a great year last year in Dallas. So add him to the line.
Yeah.
That's not bad, but they lose Floyd.
Yes.
So
Um,
anyway, okay, we'll move on to the Bengals.
Who's
Getting
getting paid
paid.
8 mil a year? Is that Jimmy Graham?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham, $16 million
Oh,
2 years. I don't know what the
So-
guarantee. I don't know what the guarantee. That's what it's worth. Now, whether or not he's going to get that
That's
much.
very nice.
One of the ones that going back to Carolina, I actually really like.
Come on, we're only one away, mate.
Justin Burris, 2 years, $8 million.
oh, nice.
And I really
Yeah.
like Justin Burris. I thought he was a really good safety, and I hope he does really well.
Man, I tell you, I know
Obviously,
we're only
he
one
was-
away from
obviously-
Cleveland, but Cleveland, it's like Joe Sherbert, see you later. Christian Kirksey, see you later.
Well-
it's like, what's going on?
Well,
We're going to get
Anyway,
to that. We're one away.
Yeah.
Now, what do you do? What do you do that and bring it up now? Okay,
So Cincinnati.
the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm just going down. Mackenzie Alexander, AJ Green. They
They
put the
tagged-
franchise tag on him. Well, they had to because Burrows wasn't going there unless he had someone throw the ball to. DJ Reader.
They're going to get him out.
Fancy
Of
tackle.
Oh, DJ Reader's
Yep, and
Good
and
signing.
Trey Waynes. Is he like one of those rappers like Lil Wayne's?
Trey
No,
Waynes.
It sounds like a rapper.
Yeah, he does.
He
Or he's
does.
one of the Wayne's brothers, like Damon.
Damon, that's
from In Living Colour and
yeah.
Last Boy Scout. Yeah.
But do you know how much those bastards are worth?
Yeah. Squillions. Great investing.
Oh, mate, they
Smart.
invest in movies and stuff.
Smart,
very
boys.
smart guys.
Family. Yeah, absolutely.
AJ, well, there's not really much to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals at the moment, is there? Really, AJ Green staying for another year. Like,
Yep.
I think he was pretty happy to get
The
out.
Red
but
Rifles not.
We'll get to the Red Rifle because we'll talk about quarterbacks that haven't got a place to go at the
And
moment.
they,
He's one of them.
And
So
then Cincinnati offloaded Andrew Billings,
They did too.
their defensive tackle.
well,
Yeah.
what's going, mate? They haven't got. Come on, update yourself, buddy. NFL. All right, here we go. Drum roll. Cleveland Browns.
Let's
Andrew
push
Billings.
All the chips into the middle of the
Jack
table.
Conklin.
Well, when you've got
Austin Hooper.
Yep.
God, they put
Case Keenum,
Sec-
Jay Goodson,
second round
JoJo
tender.
Jackson, Andrew
Uh-huh.
Billings, Kevin Johnson,
Carl Joseph.
Carl, mate, that made me happy.
Case
That's a good
Keenum.
signing.
Case Keenum made me really happy also. So I don't know if you saw a tweet I put out during the week.
How many weeks into Case Keenum starts?
Oh, stop.
Fair question.
Hey, mate,
Fair.
if you can't have a quarterback digressing. Is that the word?
Regressing.
Regressing?
As
Thank you.
badly as Baker did last year.
Yeah.
Now, okay,
Give him a shot.
Hey, Baker, how about stop the hero throws, dude?
yeah, but can we also? We'll take a wind back. When you guys first kindly had me on the show when we were talking about Cleveland,
Yeah.
everyone was very excited, and I was one of few. That
I could
said,
tell you excited. I was sitting right next to you.
Hello, big boy. No. I was one of a few that were saying, please put a lid on it. Get a giant Tupperware container,
Yep.
lid, and put it on it because I've seen it go pear-shaped so many times before.
It was sort of pear shaped, but not as pear as it has been before.
Yeah, no, that's just me because I'm old. And
It was
fat.
more like a. It was more like a.
Oh, you mean
It was
season?
more like an apple,
Yeah.
not and then a pear.
Freddie,
Apple shape.
Yeah.
Freddie. So, all
Just watch your distance a bit. You keep freaking out, Mo.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah, I
mate.
think it's
Sorry,
the
I'll stay back here. I get
part
excited.
of the problem was that the opening plays, the first 20 were scripted by
Freddie.
No. The
Come on.
Tampa Bay Buccaneer former offensive coordinator who then went to Cleveland and is now the head coach of like Missouri State or not Campy.
Yeah.
The other one I can't think of his name.
Yeah, they were good.
Hashtag truth. Yeah.
Hashtag feelings in trouble this year.
So they'd run the first 20 plays, and if you have a look at the first quarter, they'd score in the first play.
Yeah,
Freddie would then just go rogue. He'd throw the playbook out the window and just
Yeah.
go and call whatever the hell he wanted.
Oh,
Yeah.
The guys didn't even know what they were getting called into the thing. So a lot of blokes are calling. They were saying, "Oh yeah, so and so is running a bad route." Well, that's probably because they're running a route from 2 weeks ago that they weren't practicing on Saturday. Freddie was just all over the shop like a mad woman's poop.
yeah.
Now, as the boys are pointing out, how do
Like
I
a
think
what?
about
That's
I'm,
a new one.
I'm very excited by Mr. Stefanski, Coach Stefanski. He seems very calculating. So with these signings, I'm quietly chuffed. I mean, we had $67 or $72 million in salary cap, and they haven't gone silly. I mean, you made mention of Jack Conklin. Yeah, Jack
Yep.
Conklin, 3
Yeah,
years,
very nice.
$42 million.
That's a
loaded-
lovely signing.
loaded front end, right? So it's
Yep.
a 3-year deal, $42 million,
Yeah.
guaranteed 30.
You did notice that the other teams we didn't really talk about anybody else except the special teams players, but that's okay. You keep going. You keep going. This could be long.
No,
This
no.
is where everything.
No, 20 million guaranteed.
This is where the
You got
train
Austin
pulls in the
Hooper-
station
Austin
and
Hooper,
can't
so
get
this is what I was
started.
getting at before with Austin
Yep.
Hooper. So 4 years, 42 million.
Okay, now with Hooper, is it because they're a bit Njoku, or you think because Stefanski? The thing about Stefanski, he runs a ton of two tight end
That's
sets,
exactly right.
a ton,
21 sets.
heaps, yeah.
21 sets.
And he loves running two. Loves having two running backs on the field as well.
Yeah, 22 sets.
So
That's why.
yeah,
Why? Like I said to you before, how many catches he dropped in 2 years? 4. What's his catch? 80% of catch in catch rate.
he's like top 7 or something like that.
96% catch
Yeah.
rating overall. Blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Right. So 42 million. They're going. Everyone's going on about how he's now the most paid tight end.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, tight ends have not been really a focus. until these wide zone sets started to come in.
Yep.
Now you're playing with two.
And now you got
Todd
Stefan.
Duncan,
You got
that's
now you've got Stefanski that loves the two tight end sets.
Set. Exactly right.
Yeah.
So you needed a good second tight end to then back up.
And we weren't going to pay that. The Falcons, we don't have this money in
You
the
don't have
salary
the
cap.
space.
We only had about
And to
like
be honest,
$8 million bucks or
is
something.
only a
Like,
tick in this highest paid tight end that lasts 12 months.
yeah,
Because you watch, soon as the 49ers go to the next round of playoffs, because they will.
and he,
Kittle
will be putting his hand out because rightly so. He'll
Yeah.
be doing a hell of a lot more than Hoops. But,
Yeah.
you know, from-
and Baker loves his tight end back in the college days.
He wanted Andrews
Yeah.
drafted. When he was drafted, he wanted Andrews drafted as well because he
Yeah.
had him.
Yeah. Martin,
So-
good to see you, buddy.
So
Thanks for joining us,
okay,
buddy.
up, down. So
Oh, look, far more balanced, far more sensible.
so with
Clearly,
Hooper there, who loses out with Hooper being there? Does anybody lose out?
RSJ.
Oh no, but I mean, okay. So you're just saying he's just gone.
He'll
So
be
what
gone.
at Njoku?
They'll be,
Is
the
they?
they'll be the two wide set.
Okay.
Najoku 1, Hooper 2.
So now
Hooper
that-
1, Njoku 2.
So if you look at fantasy, to me, Hooper is a loser. As a if you look at him as in
yeah.
the tight end, he goes from the Falcons where he is like targeted like 100 times.
I
So,
don't see why he
so-
wouldn't be. You're talking about this
Yeah.
wide zone set where they will run.
but he's not. There's no way in the world he's going to get as many targets as he did when he was at the Falcons.
Once we get through this
He might get more
this
touchdowns.
shenanigans
He might get more
of
touchdowns.
the COVID, let's see what happens at training camp, and I'll get back to you. Who
If
becomes-
if it's
TD1.
gone and they actually get a training camp in,
that's right.
you
So
know.
let's see who becomes tight end 1. But then you heard.
oh mate, he's well. You mean tight end one like league wise?
No, as in.
Oh
for the
no,
team.
no. But I mean, he's going to be your tight end one there. But for him to go from the Falcons, where he's targeted so often,
Yeah, I see
to
what
the
you're saying.
Browns,
Yeah.
his numbers aren't going to. He might get. I think he's going to have probably
Short yardage touchdowns.
less catches, so that hurts in PPR
Yes.
leagues.
Yeah.
Yardage wise, he might be down, but I think you find that his red zone targets and maybe his touchdowns because you've been lacking a red zone target.
Who's number one in
So-
targets? Is it Jarvis?
It has to be
Yeah,
Jarvis,
Yeah.
And then, well,
and he's got
Odell,
the. Is it
obviously.
hip?
Yeah, he had a hip surgery, so,
So-
possibly out for 8 months.
So let's see how the
Oh,
hip thing
really?
goes. So
Higgins, Rashard Hollywood Higgins is currently being.
what are
looked
we
at
at?
by
52 minutes.
When did that happen?
Buffalo. Well, he tried to do it through the Pro Bowl. He was going to not do surgery.
Oh.
So both of them had. So OBJ had
Right.
a sports hernia, and he's had that operated on. He'll be right. Same as what Kareem Hunt had. So yeah, as you said,
Ooh.
Kareem Hunt second tender.
I didn't know
All
that.
right, we move on to the Cowboys.
Go. Oh yes.
Cowboys,
Yes.
Dallas Cowboys. Just looking through here.
Dak.
Anthony Brown, Clinton Dix, Amari
that-
Cooper
that happened
re-signs
tonight.
$100 million.
Yep.
Clinton Dix is not a
That's
bad
a
sign at
very
all.
So
nice.
that happened tonight.
That's not bad.
1 year-
Kai
1 year
Forbath?
contract. Yeah, 1 year contract, $4 million, 2.5 guaranteed.
God,
Yep.
Forbath.
Yeah,
Guy-
Hey,
Blake Jarwin re-signs, which is probably he showed
Hey.
a bit last year, didn't he?
Okay, first of all, very underrated signing. That's exactly what the Cowboys have been screaming out for safety for years. Bang, they get a really good one. Blake Jarwin, underrated. He can step up. Who were the suckers who signed Witten again? Someone signed Witten.
Raiders.
Oh,
Raiders.
We'll get to the Raiders.
Martin's,
'cause
what's
they
up with that?
They're spending
But anyway.
money like drunken sailors on
Yeah.
shore leave.
I mean, that might just be for character in the locker
I'd be
room
spending it on
because-
hookers, but that's just me, not on tight ends. But
Because you're in Las Vegas, well, they're spending on Carl Nassau too.
yeah. Dax on the exclusive franchise tag.
Yep.
Darwin Thompson safety they signed. Is that any good? Yes, no.
Darwin Thompson.
Darian Thompson.
Oh, average.
Darian Thompson. Okay. Gerald McCoy.
Good.
Good signing. Okay.
Yeah, old.
Old.
and long contract for big money. I think.
Yes.
Wasn't it 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
It's like 62.
They overpaid.
Agreed to terms with the Cowboys. 3 years, 18 million,
They overpaid.
and can reach 20 million in incentives. Okay. So
I mean,
at
cool.
an age thing, you probably won't get it.
The
Denver
two-
Broncos. AJ Bouye. Good, bad,
Good.
acquired in
Good.
trade. Excellent.
Yeah, good.
Jarrell Casey
Good.
from the Titans.
Yeah,
Very
good.
good. Graham Glasgow,
Who?
offensive guard, agreed to a 4-year, $44 million. Gee,
Is
that's
he
not
good?
bad, is it?
They
I
got a
have-
7th round pick.
And Justin Simmons.
They
For
picked up
who?
For Andy Yanovich from
Oh,
their fullback.
Mate,
He
so-
went to Cleveland.
oh, okay.
Mate,
Yeah,
seventh round pick is like this. Dartboards behind me. I got my eyes closed and going like that.
TB12 was 6th round.
Six, mate. Are we gonna every? I'm mate, just don't. So
I'm only
we're talking
one-
about Frank Gore and with Memphis on the Dynasty Warzone. We were talking about, and he brought up Frank Gore. I said, mate, don't talk about Frank Gore because there's always going to be freaks,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
and you can't
Of course,
you can't compare people to freaks.
No.
You just can't do it. And he's
No,
and
not
that's
the greatest statistics of 5th, 6th, and 7th.
yeah. Okay, Detroit Lions. They got Jamie Collins on a 3-year, $30 million
I call that a golden handshake from one of my mates.
golden handshake. So you reckon he?
Matt Patricia.
Patricia. I tell you, Jamie Collins has been good in the New England system, and then where did he go?
Cleveland.
Oh, he went to Cleveland, of course.
Yeah.
So for the first
But he was
year,
good in Cleveland.
No,
No,
for the
Not really.
second and third year, no.
No,
First year he was.
Because I think I had him for elite. I must have had him for the good year.
Yeah, you must have.
Yeah,
Because
'cause I was
that
pretty
first
happy.
Year, first lot of cash. Thanks very much. Of course, I'm going to play well because I've got that second year lot of bonuses to come to me. Of course, I'm going to play
Yeah.
well.
Chase Daniels.
Now they've lost some.
Yeah.
Chase Daniels.
Duran Harmon. Is it Duran Harmon?
Yeah, safety.
Yeah.
Ex New England safety.
Defensive back, safety.
Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're losing
Jerron Curse.
Darius Slay.
Yes. But
Yes,
he's
yes.
Darius. Yeah.
Again, Patricia Slay.
What, you saw that? Did you see what Patricia said to Slay?
Yeah.
Why are you hanging out with Sherman?
Yeah.
A whole lot of others. They're superstars. You're average. I'm like,
What?
what?
Why is that?
I want my guys
That's
hanging
like
out
me-
with these blokes.
That's
because
like me hanging out with you two guys, like superstars and just me. You know, I'm hoping this picks me up. That's why I do it.
We'll build you up.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Buttercup.
Danny Shelton, defensive lineman.
Thanks,
Desmond
Andrew.
Trufant from the Falcons. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
You
like
guys- you guys got- you guys
the
got-
Falcons have been stopping anybody on defense. Like I'm not disappointed anybody's leaving, to be honest.
You've also had to dump a whole lot of salary cap. Too.
Oh, mate. Well, we only had like $8 million to play with, so we've just been trying to get some
Yeah,
some
that's what I'm saying.
cornage.
You had to dump it.
Yeah. So and how do you pronounce his
What?
Vaitai, the
Oh,
offensive
yeah.
tackle. How do you pronounce his name?
Now there's an overpay.
Overpay 5 years, $50 million.
Yeah. So this bloke.
I'm sorry, who is it?
He's ex-Philadelphia Eagles.
Show it to me.
How do you pronounce his first name? He's got to be like
He's
Samoan on an
yeah,
island or
he's
something, doesn't he?
Oh,
Polynesian.
who is this guy?
I don't know.
He's Halapulavaite.
Yeah,
Halapula-
Vitae. Yeah.
Mate, you're doing a better job than that,
Vitae.
mate.
Yeah, Vitae.
And that's his surname, Vitae.
Yeah.
Halapula H.
Yeah.
H Vitae.
Yeah.
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 Halitosis, Vitae. No.
Yeah. So no one really there on the
That's-
skilled
that-
positions.
that is
So
way overpay. He
Is
was, he was
hey, we're up to G. We're doing pretty well.
Green Bay. Go for
Green
it.
Bay.
Oh, geez, we're at an hour.
Okay.
All right. Christian Kirksey,
2 years, $8 million.
Mercedes
Sorry,
Lewis.
16 million.
I like
Mercedes
Christian. I
Lewis.
reckon Christian Kirky's good.
Mercedes Lewis. What would you want Mercedes Lewis?
Nine games.
Blocker.
in 2 years.
Yeah, another blocker.
I know. If he stays, it's always a big if, isn't it?
And can I tell you that Cleveland, with the people I know in Cleveland, I was speaking to a few about
Yeah.
what he was offered.
Yep.
He was offered 6.75 for 2, and he's gone to Green Bay for 8. So
Okay.
you know,
And look, Green Bay, they lost. I think there's a little reduction there. They lost Blake Martinez. It was a big.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's mate.
Yeah.
Fan.
very, very good.
Yes.
Fan.
And then obviously we've taken BJ Goodson, who's a
Yes. So
Yeah.
Kirksey's the
He's a fella.
replacement for Martinez.
BJ Goodson from the Giants.
Yes.
Well, Giants days he was brilliant. Well, not
Mm.
brilliant, but he was.
I had him on my fantasy
Good.
team, mate. I didn't have, he was one of those guys. Do I play him this week? Do I not play him?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to buy. I got to fill him. So
and then he went to Green Bay and was. Yeah.
okay, Houston Texans.
Oh,
Randall Cobb.
where's the lighter fluid?
You,
Hang
you
on.
mean, you mean that Randall Cobb? Oh, how much? How much?
3 years, 27 million. 18.75 guaranteed.
Are you saying Randall Nuke Cobb,
Yeah.
Nuke 2.0?
Yeah. Okay. They re-signed Darren.
He's 31, isn't he?
He has
Oh,
to
at
be. He
least.
has to be.
Yeah.
Would have to
So
be.
that's a good spend.
Yeah.
Can someone Google that?
Oh, man, a kicker got
How old's Randall Cobb?
17.65 million. How many years did he? 4 years. Mate, that's not bad. Come out every now and then. If you worked out how much he's getting paid for how much he's on the field for,
Yep.
he's probably making like
Oh yeah, he's
A
cleaning up.
shitload. A minute. If you worked it out per minute.
A minute.
Darren Fells, they signed.
Now that's the one. That's the one I really like.
Who? Darren Fells.
I would. He's your.
Well, Darren Fells was a bit of a breakout. At like, how old is he?
Yeah.
34.
Yeah, but he,
I don't know how old he is, but he's up there.
He's up there.
And that was his breakout last year. But
well, not really, but sure.
yeah, well, for him, it was his breakout.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
He was one that I wanted to keep. At
Yeah,
Cleveland.
he's not bad. It's not bad. Handy.
Very handy.
Good blocker too.
Yes,
Very good blocker.
David Johnson. Now here we go. The David Johnson in the trade with Nuke. We don't have to go through all the money. We don't have to go through all the picks. We've already done that.
Club's 29.
But
29. Younger than I thought.
Yeah, me too.
David Johnson.
So,
How are we looking at the David Johnson? Is it we saw like mate in the games until he got injured? He was like
well, you know,
he was a top 10 back in PPR and standard as far as fantasy goes.
Arizona overpaid.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt there. Look, he's going to get a shot.
And
I mean,
it's not like they said, "Hey, we'll take him off your hands, but you have to pay.
Well,
You have to pay part of his contract." They said, "No, that's all right. We'll just take the whole lot.
We'll take the whole lot.
We'll take the player and the whole lot."
Now, part of that too was that Carlos Hyde refused his offer.
Okay, yeah.
So they needed that essentially what would be.
So I don't know. The big loser in this whole thing is Deshaun Watson.
Oh, absolutely.
oh, you're not wrong.
Like who's he throwing the ball to? And don't say Will Fuller, please, because Will Fuller, if you're lucky to
It's
get
Will
6
Fuller.
games out of him,
Well, that's right. He's got
He's-
more
yeah.
hamstring injuries than.
and that's the one thing I hate about wide receivers, and we talk about this all the time, and running backs. I hate guys that do hamstrings, especially in college, and expect them to not pull them in the
Yeah.
NFL.
Absolutely.
And Kerryon Johnson was my prime example of someone I didn't have him in my top because he's going to do, and he's
to be
always
honest,
injured.
They're badly managed.
Yeah.
Overall, they're badly managed and they're not rehabbed properly. That's
Now let
part
me
of the
tell you
So,
who he's
he's
not
a-
throwing
he's
the
a-
ball to.
Who?
He's not throwing the ball to Kiki QT because there's another player who's in the Bill O'Brien dog.
Yes.
a good player who's only going to get a shot if he gets traded. I just pray that he gets traded to another team.
Well, Jalen Strong came out, didn't he? Is it Jalen Strong? Yeah, that was drafted like three,
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Jalen's now retired with
Jalen?
bad knees.
Yeah, and he absolutely paid out on Bill O'Brien. Like he was in the doghouse, and he said he wasted my opportunity at the NFL because he
Right.
just didn't. He didn't like me.
This
Didn't put me on the field.
Well, you got this trade.
Good point, Martin. Yeah, Kenny Stills is about the only
Oh,
decent target.
mate,
there.
But again, hamstring
Underrated. Oh, really?
underrated, but just mate,
He's good.
he's got some of the best hands.
He's fast.
He doesn't
Yeah,
drop too
he's
many.
good.
Mate, you're talking about
problems.
hoops.
I think him and
But if that's what you're relying on,
forget it.
you're in trouble. You're seriously in trouble.
Well, you notice this trade.
He's just become the number one wide receiver in the
The
Texans.
Yes.
And I
Don't give me Will Fuller because I want someone who's going to
I
play
don't think
16
the Texans have any
games.
Trades, do they? Because they got rid of
No,
all
they
their
haven't got a
trades
first round pick.
because they gave it to Miami for their overpaid tackle,
Larry Tunsil.
Larry Tunsil. Yeah.
They haven't got a first round
Really?
pick.
Oh,
They're in deep
Well,
shit.
this trade happened after the new CBA.
Yep.
And what was the big highlight of the CBA?
You can smoke more weed.
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien.
Stoned as
Smoke
Ball
more
get out.
weed.
Arizona
Woo!
ran.
Win for the players.
Arizona ran, and he went, yes, they're sending me a box of Twinkies. Yes.
All right, we'll move on to the Indianapolis Colts, DeForest Buckner. We've been talking about.
Hey.
Poof.
Elephant in the room.
Oh, what?
Who you calling an
Indianapolis
elephant?
Colts. No,
Oh yeah, the elephant.
The
Like
elephant in the room. Who they signed?
Philip Rivers.
P.
Rivers.
Rivers.
Oh, that's
like
just-
this.
I know that
Custard.
Memphis, the Dynasty
Oh,
War Zone,
mate,
is
Custard.
not a happy man at all, and I don't blame him because, mate, I sat on here for all of last season and absolutely caned Rivers in every time we spoke about
So did I.
it. Terrible,
Couldn't throw over Jan.
Terrible.
AJ and I will talk about that.
poor decision making.
Yeah.
Like some
I
of the
can tell
throws
you-
had nothing to do with arm strength.
No.
It's like, dude, how did you not see that 3 blokes standing in front of your receiver?
I can
Like-
tell you reliably, having watched 16 Charger games last year, that Rivers' arm is completely
Cactus.
It's just cactus. And a lot of the time,
It's okay if you're throwing, like 15 yards.
I mean,
I don't
Keenan
know.
Allen and Mike Williams bailed him out all the time.
Yeah.
You know, Mike Williams would go up and get a jump ball, and it would look like it would make Rivers look like a hero.
Yeah.
But man, he was just floating these things. It was
That-
so
that's
frustrating.
more. It's the air he's putting under. There's a
Oh.
lot of air. There's no velocity to the ball anymore.
zip,
No,
zip,
no.
no, nothing. No.
That's
So
bad news.
But it was
that
the worst
it
kept-
is.
It was the worst kept secret. Though,
Yeah,
in,
it's just-
NFL history because it had been spoken about since
Bad news for TY,
the joint,
I reckon.
Oh, look. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about like
the receiver.
offensively wise. Yeah, mate. I tell you who does help. I reckon Paris Campbell.
Yeah, I think so too. I was just going to say.
Short area yardage guy with some
TY,
serious
Paris.
speed after the catch.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
When I spoke to Memphis on Dynasty Warzone, he's a big Terry McLaurin fan, and I had him and Paris Campbell same.
Yep.
But I had Paris Campbell like what he could do
Slightly.
after the catch
Yes.
is better. What?
The yak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there.
Now, Eric Ebron's a free
Even
agent, is
Jack
he?
Doyle, the uptick for Jack Doyle.
So is Eric Ebron just floating out there, or is he?
Yes, he's
he is.
available.
So Jack Doyle is
He's the man.
up.
He's up.
Man, Rivers is going to look to Doyle all the damn
Yes.
time.
We know that, don't we?
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
Now, do we roll the dice and say is
Also, you say, do we roll the dice and go to the Jags?
well, we will because we've got some funny stuff there. No, the Colts roll the dice. They've got a heap of cash spare. Do they keep Jake Brisket? Do they keep
Jacoby.
Jacoby Brissett, or does he
I think you
Go
got to
back to the
keep.
Patriots.
does
You
he
gotta
go
keep
back
him as
to
a-
Massachusetts? Yeah,
No, you got to keep him as a backup. But other Colts,
Patriots are tanking, mate.
You
They're
reckon?
tanking. Yeah,
Tanking-
tanking for Lawrence.
Yeah, sunshine. Yeah, okay,
imagine that.
I can see it.
I mean, the Patriots fans, come on, you've had a bit of success.
Oh, mate, would if Bill Belichick turned around to the Patriots fans and said, mate, we ain't going to win a game, just give him the heads up.
But then I might win.
I'm
you
not
a
going to
few
win,
more
but we'll get Lawrence. They'll
Lombardis.
go, mate, we'll still come and watch all your games to support you because
Yep.
we want to keep our memberships going. Mate, you get Lawrence, we're back. We're back. 1 year. We can do that.
Yeah, the one year rebound.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
Fuck, oh.
dead cats don't bounce.
Yeah. I saw a possum fall out of the tree the other day. They don't bounce either.
Fall out of the tree.
It just fell out of the tree. I was sitting there having my morning tea and it just
Was it
fell out of
dead?
the tree. It was a baby one.
Oh, baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just hit the ground and just stunned. So I went up there and sort of helped it get back up the
tank for
tree.
Fields, yeah,
Okay.
too, Matty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars. On the offensive side, absolutely no one.
Have they got
Um,
anyone?
No.
Did they get what?
Who's this? Sorry.
Gardner Minshew.
Oh, yes.
Gardner.
Oh, he was already there. But
I know, but I'm just saying because I love the name.
so at least he knows his job's safe for now.
The Mo.
Unless they draft somebody, but I don't think
Well, we've got to get to the list of unloved quarterbacks. yet.
we do. We do. Okay, Kansas City Chiefs. Do we really need
Well,
to
hang
talk
on.
about the Super
Hang
Bowl
on.
champions?
Can we talk
Okay.
about the Jacksonville burning cash? Like they are just
Like it's going out of
like
fashion.
it's going out of fashion. Joe
Yeah.
Schobert, off-ball linebacker,
Oh, that's a nice little payday.
mate.
53.75.
53.75, 22 guaranteed.
Ooh,
2020 dead
he's
cap.
not that bad, is he?
Oh, he's good. He's
Okay.
really good.
Okay, love him.
Yeah.
Really do. Everyone bangs on about his 100 tackle seasons.
Yep.
He also had 40 missed tackles.
Oh.
So the potential loss for them.
Isn't he? He's white too, isn't he?
He is white. He's lovely. His wife's gorgeous. They just had a little baby boy. But they're going to chew up money if they decide to get rid of him before 2022 or at 2022.
Surprised he didn't go
Yeah,
to the Patriots.
They won't pay him this.
No, I'm surprised he
wanted
didn't
big-
go
oh,
just because
he
he's.
wanted big money. 22.5 million cap hit potential. That's their potential out in 2022.
Ooh.
Mate. There's some seriously big money that Jacksonville clearly. I don't know what they're doing. They're just paying out cash.
They don't know what they're doing either.
They don't know what they're doing.
Did what's his name sell his boat?
Shard.
No, not his Shard. Shard Khan.
Can't.
It's not a boat. It's a yacht.
I think
It's not a boat. It's a yacht.
Yeah, I think that might have been.
Have you seen it?
I think that might have been a
Go
an
on,
insurance claim.
Go on YouTube. It is
Yeah,
so
it
gaudy,
is.
mate. It's gaudy as all fucking get out. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs. Skip.
Yeah.
No, really, they've done that. They re-signed, Chris Jones.
Oh, hang on.
Franchise tag Damien Williams.
2 questions for you.
Yes.
Sammy, they're going to keep him?
Will they keep Sammy Watkins?
Out the door.
You
I
reckon?
don't think
I
they
say-
can pay him. What's he going to
I
get?
say
What's he going to
out
get
the
paid
door.
this year? It's a fair bit of coin.
What's
If I said 13 million, would I be wrong?
I think you'd probably be under.
I might be under.
Has the news already dropped? Because the league year went, right? So they
Correct.
could have dropped him
Yes,
or that kept him.
correct.
And if they kept him, then they
Mate,
took
if
Mate,
if you
he's
look at
not-
him in the Super Bowl,
Yes.
mate, he
First
was
catch, last catch.
no, mate. He was moving he was the best offensive weapon.
Mahomes had.
Oh, he was catching everything. He was moving the
No, I
chains
mean,
like big
in all
time.
seriousness, didn't he get first catch, last catch?
Oh, he might
He
have.
might have.
Sammy Watkins.
Hey,
Yeah, but he had a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He had a good Super Bowl. You
I
need
didn't
to for that
see.
coin,
Can
but he
someone
should
tell
too.
me? I didn't see the news drop, but did the Chiefs hang on to Sammy or did they drop him?
Okay, can we go to the Raiders?
What about Demarcus Robinson?
He,
Is he
he-
free agent?
yeah, at the
Oh, so
moment.
he's just hanging out there.
So-
Okay, keep going.
He-
Plenty of them, so
Okay, Raiders. We're just going through.
Let's-
Eli Apple, Jeff Heath,
Eli Apple.
Yeah.
Corey Littleton.
Yeah, Corey Littleton's
Okay, Marcus Mary, Jason Witten. Let's just forget about Jason Witten's been brought in there for a
Mate,
younger
it's-
team.
Yes.
Mentorship.
Mentorship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly to keep him out of the box from commentating.
Yes. Yeah. We don't want him going back there, and I'm willing to pay bucks to keep him
Yeah.
out.
Mate, they signed Carl Nassib.
They
Did
did.
they?
Yes. $25 million.
3 years? Was it 3 years? 25 million?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 17 guaranteed.
Carl Nassib.
Marcus Mariota's the big one.
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Is
Well-
Carr in trouble?
yeah. Yes.
Do I add him to the list?
Now, is it because
No.
you look at the numbers and actually he's a better statistically
There you go.
statistically
Sammy Watkins,
wise
21 million.
21
cap.
million.
7 if he's released.
He's actually his numbers are better than
Carr.
Mariota's.
Carr's better than Mariota.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's
other-
like everything. Like he doesn't turn over the ball as much. When you think he does, he actually doesn't turn the ball over.
No.
But
Do you know the other thing?
I think it's got more to do with the fact that maybe personalities don't fit. And I've heard people say that, oh, look, Mariota's, he's not that rah guy that
He's a team
he
builder.
wants. But
He's not. He's a shy guy.
he's a shy guy. And people say he won't be able to handle Gruden. I reckon he's the type of guy that, mate, Gruden to go, like you see Gruden have a go at Carr and Carr bites back.
Yeah.
Mariota's the type of guy to sit there and look at him and go, okay, and it just go, not that he's not listening.
No.
It'll just wash over him, no problems. Go and sit down.
Yep.
I've heard what you had to say, and I'll go back out.
The big interesting thing is Carr and Gruden
Oh, good neighbours.
Yes.
live next door to one
You
another.
know the worst thing is I reckon Mariota is gonna rent a room.
He's going to buy the house next
No, he's gonna be renting a room
The other
with
side.
Gruden. No, he's gonna be renting a room off Gruden. So they're gonna be hanging out together, and Carr's gonna see
What
it.
did Mariota get? I did look at it. Released it.
No, I haven't got it. No,
Okay.
it's not on here.
I think it'd be
But
decent money, not stupid.
Who's Carr or Mariota? Is Mariota going to be a starter at some? He's going to start some stage, isn't he? I think
Is
he
he-
has to.
Is he the 2020 Tannehill? I don't think so.
I don't think so because I think Tannehill sort of had a little bit more X,
He's
even though
always-
he's done a lot of.
he's
He's
always had a little bit more X factor.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't think Mariota's got that. I think Mariota's like he's flat line without being dead.
Yeah. No, he's,
You know what I mean?
he's what we refer to in the game as circling the drain.
Circling the drain. He's not. Yes, exactly. That's what he
Not
is.
quite dead, but he's braddying out. You know, the
I'm
heart-
not
heart rate-
dead yet.
All right, let's go on to the Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers.
They
And now
did
who
all
were
right.
we just looking through?
Ryan
Resign
Bulaga.
Eckler. Eckler's great.
Oh, they did get Balaga in the end, did they?
They got Balaga.
They do have Balaga.
That's a
Three,
fantastic
3 years,
signing.
30 million.
3 years, 30
30 million.
for a 33-year-old lineman.
Don't care because our O line's
Right.
been awful.
Great. I'm not. No,
Yep.
I'm just saying. I'm just highlighting the fact that
Yep.
to our wonderful audience tonight that he's older than Methuselah.
Yeah, I know. But add to that Trey Turner, right?
Yes,
So
that's a really good.
that's really good.
Yep.
Austin Eckler, love that. I was hoping,
Chris
and
Harris?
praying they did not
Chris Harris, a nice little
sign
pickup.
Tom Brady, which they didn't.
Now, why was
Um,
that, AJ?
I don't get that.
What?
I don't
Why
get.
didn't you
I don't
want
get it.
Tom?
You could. Who's going to end up with?
Well, they've got whatever he's chosen his name.
You could.
to be.
You could end up with Mr.
Herbert.
the new
I reckon
Mr.
they'll get
Hollywood.
Herbert.
Well, we've discussed this. 6'6", 236. They're going to trade up into the draft and they're going to get Herbert.
Herbert.
So you're not going to sign. You're not going to sign. You're just going to roll with Tyrod for now.
Tyrod, yep.
So-
Tyrod's going to do a mentoring
Tyrod's
What about
not.
Cam?
No.
Well, I like Cam. I don't mind that move.
No,
at all.
I don't like Cam. Cam's shot, mate. His arm's shot.
He
You
is
reckon?
Yep.
Sunday roast, mate. Stick a fork in him. He's
Yeah.
done.
I looked at him last year with that new throwing action and that, and he looked
And
Very
why was it a
ordinary.
new throwing action because the shoulders.
shoulders
shot.
knackered. Yeah. You can't grow up your whole life and play all your football throwing one way, and then train your brain and your muscles and muscle memory. It just doesn't happen.
Well, I can
because
tell
you
this.
automatically start going back
Into old habits.
if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
And then you start
Then
re-injuring the
figure it out.
shoulder again.
You got 3.2 seconds to think about it.
Oh yeah, really, and yeah.
Well,
Less
nothing's
if you play
happening.
behind the Chargers' offensive line.
Yeah, half it. Nothing's happening without a physical, and given the
Can't
state
Well,
of things,
none of them
they
are
won't
really
do
happening
physicals.
without physicals, are they? Because all the
that's right.
Somebody was,
Everybody's closed.
Well, the funny thing is, somebody was waived failing a physical.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Yes.
He's on the list.
he must have gone to like the local guy down the corner, like the Bolt Billen joint. They sent it everybody to. No. Have you ever seen an athlete before?
No.
No, but you're all built. You're all the same. Like you're all human beings. No, you're out. No good. So Hunter Henry re-signed, as we said. So we can't really talk about the offensive side, who's up and down, because you don't have a. Well, if Tyrod Taylor goes,
Well, then.
does it help? How does it help the offense? Who's
well,
up and
to be
down?
honest, because Rivers wasn't that good last year, so does it help? Well, not really, but okay.
Does it hurt anybody having Tyrod, a move quarterback?
It's probably sort of same.
You think it's same across the board?
Yeah,
I reckon
it's probably
Tyrod's-
same.
Tyrod's got more power in the arm,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and he can move way better in the pocket than
Oh yeah,
yeah, and he's more accurate
Old man, 9 kids.
and
Yeah.
more accurate.
Way
So-
more.
mate. His wife
He's just not taller.
has been pregnant for like almost a decade,
She
carrying a
has.
baby.
She has been pregnant for a decade
Eh,
with 9 children. Yep.
mate?
She has literally.
She has.
been pregnant for a
Okay,
decade.
Yeah.
we'll move on
Yeah.
to the other LA team, and that's the Rams.
Not
So
much to talk
Austin
about
Blythe,
here.
Leonard Floyd. I like Leonard Floyd.
Dropping things like
A. Sean Robinson, Andrew Whitworth. So nothing on the offensive line. So can we move on?
What? Andrew Whitworth?
Can we move on? Yeah, Andrew Whitworth.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing on the
Okay.
offensive.
No,
Okay,
no.
Miami Dolphins.
Hang on. What about who they got rid of?
Yeah, well, but he must have been picked up by somebody, so we'll talk about him when we come across.
Gurley, Todd Gurley,
Oh, we'll have to come to people that aren't at anybody yet.
sacked yesterday.
Sacked.
wasn't he?
Yes.
This morning.
Yeah.
This morning on my day off.
On my day
Like
off.
a hot potato.
But, mate, geez, you've made a lot of money. Like you've earned every dollar,
Of
but
course he has.
Yeah.
mate,
But
your knees.
Chronic
We
knee
spoke.
injuries,
Yeah,
we spoke about
your
it
knees, your
before.
knees.
Absolutely.
Okay, so the Miami Dolphins, Eric Flowers, Jordan Howard,
Eric Flowers.
Byron Jones,
Another
Ted
overpaid
Karras.
that's been overpaid.
Shark Lawson,
Shaq Lawson.
Shaq,
Emmanuel-
Lawson even.
Yeah.
yeah, Ogba,
Yes,
Kyle Van Noy.
That's a ex-Brown to.
He's not bad.
To Kansas City and now to Miami for
Yeah.
decent money.
He's not bad.
He's not bad at all.
Yeah.
no.
So Jordan Howard's about the only one on the offensive side that hurts, like outside of IDP. But
Jordan Howard's not bad either, and he's young.
Jordan Howard, mate, I want 3 yards. I'll give you 4 because he'll fall a yard.
He'll drive you.
But
He will.
his numbers, if you look at his numbers, he averages about 1,000 yards, roughly thereabouts, a year, with like 5 or 6 touchdowns. So it's not bad numbers for. But he's only. Someone said today he's only like 25 years old.
Oh yeah, he's young.
He's
He's only young. He's only come up to like his 4th season or something.
Young,
5th season.
young out of college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's still got. I don't know how much tires Treaty's got left on the tires, but mate,
Oh.
I was shocked when I found out he's
Decent.
only 25 years old.
Well, Miami really didn't play that much last year, so
Yeah. I reckon if you took off, like sometimes you think guys are old now, and then you take off and you see a photo of them, and you take off the helmet and go, mate, he's only a young kid.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
Okay, moving along. The Minnesota Vikings, Dan Bailey, CJ Ham, Anthony Harris, these are all
So Ham-
acquisitions.
Well, Ham's a re-signing, isn't he? Because
He re-signed, yes, he
Re-signed.
did.
re-signed, yeah.
Michael
Harris,
Pierce,
obviously, yeah.
defensive tackle,
Well, Harris is the one that's
and Eric Wilson. So, no offensive players there, except if you want to call Dan Bailey a kicker as an offensive player. I
And
don't
they
know.
lost Diggs, of course.
And they lost that. We spoke
They
about Stephen
extended
Diggs.
Cousins.
extended cousins.
Yes, good work. Good work. New England Patriots. Bo Allen, Damari Bird, who's someone I spoke about a few years ago. And everybody laughed at me and they're still laughing at me now.
Yeah.
Devin McCourty, agreed to 2 years, 23 million.
Yeah.
Matthew Slater, mate, a special teams guy. He's actually a wide receiver. He pops up as a wide receiver.
Okay.
But he's made a very good living. He's only making 2.375, but he's only a special teamer. But he's going to make a career out of being
A special teamer.
and been meant to be a wide receiver. You know,
Yeah,
like they got him down here as a special team, but
Find your
he's a
niche
wide
and
receiver.
milk it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Patriots don't overpay.
Good effort.
Hence the reason, Jamie Collins has left twice
True.
to get paydays.
Yeah. They might
So-
have lost a quarterback.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to get to. Can we just get to those teams first?
Right.
Okay, the Saints. Drew Brees re-signed for a year. Taysom Hill,
Yes.
first round tender. No one's going to go and grab
No.
that.
Well, why? Now, this is the thing. Why would you keep Taysom Hill at 31 on a first round tender and sacrifice Teddy?
Well, they think.
well,
Well, they can use Taysom Hill a lot more. They can use, if Teddy's not a quarterback,
What did Drew Brees sign for again?
50 mil,
For how many years? Two?
2.
I'll be surprised he sees that out.
Mate, I'll be surprised. Mate, I'm
This
surprised.
is what I'm getting at. You can't. I know Taysom came out on the off season and said, "I'm a quarterback. I'm a starting quarterback," and all this stuff. I go, mate. I know they've legalized marijuana. Stop it.
Have they done it in New Orleans?
Well, it's irrelevant because he could have been in Colorado at the time.
Mate, he probably had Mardi Gras and he's talking like that
it
after
was
Mardi Gras.
Bourbon, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? Like,
Mate, how do we
I don't
like? There's people out there saying he's a good quarterback. We don't know. Mate, he was good
He was
quarterback in
solid.
college. Mate, there's a lot of good players that were in college. Mate, they come to the NFL and they
solid as
suck.
Jeffrey Turner, and then he goes to wide receiver or something.
I think they keep him because he's a jack of all trades, and
Yeah.
mate. When he got the ball in his hand, he's an animal.
He's a
Mate.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah,
Tim Tebow was a good quarterback in college.
Was he?
Yeah, speaking of Taysom Hill. So,
he's a run quarterback though, mate.
Yes.
Still wasn't a good thrower.
but listen, they're going to use Breeze and Hill because Breeze obviously,
Well, that's
getting
why
a
they
bit
kept
older.
Taysom Hill and got rid of Teddy because they can't
Exactly.
use Teddy. Just stands there. If Brees is okay, Teddy's just standing there the whole time. Where they can use Taysom Hill. They can actually get the money's worth
Well,
out of him.
Well, true, yeah, but
Yeah.
you've now got a roster of 55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mate, as far as like offensive, everybody's same.
Same.
Mate, do you know that 41% of the balls, air balls
Yes.
in New Orleans, went to Michael Thomas?
oh,
41%.
I'm not even
He was like
surprised.
he was like 100 and something targets more than the next person.
I was going to say that easily would have to be a league high.
So if
Yeah.
you've got him in your fantasy team and you're sitting there and watching the Saints game, every second time the ball's in the air, you're going, yeah, I'm scoring points.
Scoring points. And he,
Every
and
second
he doesn't
time.
drop many.
He doesn't drop many at all.
He's
He's
not
got,
like
mate, I think
very
he's actually
simple.
higher on the non-drop ball category than Austin Hooper.
Fair chance.
New York Giants. This is where it helps
Who
to
are they?
read and not listen. I've found that if you read something, you remember it more than I listen to these podcasts
Yeah.
and it sort of goes here and out here.
Yes.
But if you read it, the Giants. Okay, James Bradbury, Nate Ebner, Cole Fuckrell,
Beg your pardon.
Cam Fleming, Blake Martinez is a great
That
pickup.
is a very, very good pick.
Mate, they've never had a linebacker there, mate. Fantasy wise, he's going to be an absolute
gonna-
goddamn monster.
Dude, you don't think he's going to earn every dollar?
Oh,
He's going to be in the middle of that Giants defense.
David
Ooh.
Lettison Mayo, Colt McCoy,
David Lettison,
Lavino Tialolo. They brought in another blocker.
ex-Falcon.
Yeah, ex-Falcon blocker.
Yeah,
Colt McCoy.
And Leonard Williams.
Leonard
You don't
Williams.
no one there worth talking about, really.
Perennially disappointing. Leonard
Outside
Williams.
of Blake Martinez, which is a great signing.
Yeah, it is.
That is great. And
That's a
they're another
loss
one
to the Packers.
Leonard Williams was once a number 3 pick in the draft or something,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that.
Inside the
They placed the franchise tag on him, I should say. Okay, the New York Jets. George Fant, yep. Alex Lewis, offensive guard. Connor McGovern, Brian Poole, ex-Falcon.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jeez, we've
Another
lost.
one.
We've lost.
Ex-Falcon
Do we have any
cornerback.
players left?
The Falcons have
Mate,
decided
we must have a lot of draft picks.
you're not defending the past this year.
Mate, the Falcons grabbed nobody in free agency. I sit there, mate. We go to the bargain basement bin. I don't know what we've ever got in the bargain basement bin, but mate, I must admit I've got a
Well,
few good
there's
pairs of sneakers out of it.
Demarius Randall's floating around out there, so you can have a strong
Yeah,
safety with a loud mouth.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. So we'll just skip. There's no one on there. The Philadelphia Eagles. I'm just looking down the list. Darius Slay. You think that's a good pickup?
See, that to me is a really good pickup.
That is a fantastic pickup.
I would have had him. I know that you probably would have had him on.
Hell
the
yes.
Chargers, and you would definitely need him at the Falcons.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Now there's a guy that's on our wide receiver that we just spoke about who actually plays and is a free agent, the Kansas City Chiefs, and his name's Demarcus Robinson. This is where I'd like to see him go
to Philly.
Yep.
That would actually
With,
be a really nice fit.
You got a quarterback with an arm. You got a quarterback that shouldn't really be running around the field too much anymore.
No.
And he's not afraid at all to throw it downfield and put it up for his receivers to go and get. And we know Jeffrey's been fantastic and he's a great wide receiver, but he's not a real – his jump balls aren't what they were, even like in his days back at Chicago.
Yeah.
That's probably the best you've ever – that's probably the best I've ever seen him play. I don't think he's ever been like that last year he was at Chicago.
No.
And I reckon some of Demarcus Robinson would go up and get. I know he had a couple of drops in the Super Bowl, like really easy balls, but a lot of them did. They seemed really nervous when they got down. But this is a guy that, mate, we've not even seen a smidgen of his potential yet. I don't reckon.
See how it goes.
We'll see how it goes. Okay, the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise tag Bud Dupree, which had to do.
Yes.
Derek Watt. Add the Watts, and AJ put out a really good. If you give him the Texans a 7th round pick, they probably give you the other Watt.
Yeah.
Mate, give him a 6th.
Yeah.
Go up one, like even a 5th. Give him a 5th, mate.
A 5th, a 6th, and a 7th.
Mate, a 5th is just like is a dart throw as well.
Change.
You know, pretty much no one there at the Steelers at the moment, so we'll skip those.
Yeah, I've still got Duck.
Yep, fantastic, great. San Francisco 49ers. Re-sign Armstead. Now, who would you rather keep?
Oh, are you kidding me? But Armstead's good. But Buckner, come on.
It all comes down to the dollar?
Money. Yeah, it's money.
It comes down to the dollar.
Money.
Okay. Ben Garland, center, re-signed, and Jimmy Ward, they re-signed. So not much else happening there.
Yep.
The Seattle Seahawks, BJ Finney, Jacob Hollister, Bruce Irvin,
Old.
Cedric Oh no, he's a tackle. I can't even. Gooby High. I've got that all wrong. Hey, here we go. Greg Olsen.
Greg Olsen.
3 old, busted tight ends.
What?
Let me just say.
Who's the 3?
Olsen,
Yeah.
Raiders, Jason.
Oh, you say? I thought you were talking the Royal Seahawks.
No. Sorry. The 3 old busted that have been, re-signed. Chicago, Raiders, and Hawks.
If anyone fantasy wise is selling Will Disley cheap, just go grab him.
Oh yeah.
Because Olsen's not,
I saw someone put Jordan Reed, maybe a good fit for him to go to the Seahawks. Like I'd like to see, it's not going to happen, but to me, as far as not seeing a guy reach his potential, Jordan Reed would be one of those guys. Like as far as a tight mate, when he was on, he was seriously on.
Yeah.
He was great. He gave Gronk a run for his money at the tight end position. But mate, what is it? 7, 8, 10, 12 concussions.
Oh.
Sort of. You just touch him and he's down. He could play. He could play tag football. Is it flag football?
Lucky to know where he lives.
Yeah. He can play flag football, pull the flag out, and that's a concussion for him.
He's done. Yeah.
So Tampa Bay Buccaneers doing a little bit of work now that Tom Brady. And look, it's still not done yet. They haven't finalised the agreement, and now when I was listening to today to a few podcasts, the thing is that with the corona and everything that's going on, that they're trying to put in the fact that in the this is what one of what the thinking, the speculation might be,
Yes.
is that if we don't play so many games or the season doesn't go ahead or whatever happens, we don't want to pay you the money that you want.
Yes. If we don't get the full 17
Yeah.
rounds.
And he does, and
they've
the
gone
other,
to 17 rounds, haven't they? With the
Yes.
CBA being signed.
Yep.
yeah. So there's that going on. I think there's also there's rumors that he doesn't want to do. Hey mate, I'm not doing no.
Pre-season.
No, the checkup,
Oh,
the medical.
Yeah. Well, he'll just give everyone avocado ice cream.
Yeah, mate. He sit there and eat the avocado ice cream, videotape it. What more do you need?
Well,
I don't need a physical.
The other thing that I found rather interesting was that obviously TB12 has gone into bat.
Brown.
For
AJ.
AB.
AJ.
Now, the funny thing
AB.
is, according to what I've heard, and you may have heard some of the same on some of the podcasts, that Bruce Arians, after his time in Pittsburgh, does not want anything to do with Antonio Brown.
Mate, I think anybody that has anything to do with Antonio Brown, I don't know what it is with Brady. I don't think Brady cares about what he is. I think Brady knows the talent, and to make me look good.
Yeah, he looks good.
But mate, you got Godwin.
Yeah.
You got Mike Evans.
Mate,
so Brady going there, up, down, sideways. Mike Evans.
You know what? Listen,
Mike Evans. I'm thinking more down than up.
Down.
Because
Listen,
he's not deep. Oh, I love Mike Evans, mate. But
okay, fantasy wise, right? Forget about real football for a minute. Fantasy wise, Jameis is a gunslinger. I know you don't like the term.
He's perfect for.
Forget about the interceptions. For Evans and Godwin, he is like magic.
Not so much
gold.
For Godwin. For Evans, he is because he'll throw the ball downfield.
He will chuck it right
Yeah.
now.
But he'll try and throw it downfield when he's still lying on his back.
He'll try and throw it downfield when he shouldn't. That's the problem. But
that's good for Evans.
Yes. So, but from a team perspective, you might say, well, now they look better. But from a fantasy perspective, I think it's
latex,
this
are they?
No.
A little bit, not like a all the way bait, but I think a little bit
latex.
down for Evans and a little bit down for Godwin.
Condoms make my dick swell up.
I beg your pardon.
Sorry,
I think down and down for me.
Oh no, not for Godwin.
So,
I think Godwin's like
So
really?
Yeah.
With all this going on with
or
Brady
same.
going there, obviously that leaves Jameis Winston without a starting gig
At the moment.
Mate, the music goes off. You got no chair.
Well, that's right. But like I said before, with Foles and Trubisky in Chicago, could TB12 be a calming coaching influence to Winston to pick up next year? I know it's supposed to be 2 years for Brady, or does Winston go to San Diego? I mean, LA Chargers.
Don't know.
Don't think so.
You don't think so?
Just
I don't know, but look, I must confess that
I don't think the Chargers. I think Chargers will grow with Tyrod and go and get a quarterback.
I think they will. They'll get a rookie, but
I think
are in love with Justin Herbert as per all the podcasts that came out of Indianapolis.
Apparently, I'm a big fan of Winston though, and I think you look at I know we're going a long time here, but Drew Brees spent the first 4 years of his career in San Diego, and the last year his numbers were decent, but I mean he didn't hit really truly. I shouldn't say he didn't hit his stride. The last year he kind of did, but it was more the injury that caused them to sort of renege on, decide now we're going
elsewhere,
draft a quarterback in Rivers. But, in fairness, Winston, you're going to give him some time, I think, with the kind of arm that he's got, the talent that he does definitely have. He's got
go to New England.
Something that is, I think, fixable.
But it's not his arm, mate.
No, it's not his arm.
Well, he's got his eyes fixed.
It's his head.
It's his head, mate. His eyes, mate. He can have 40/20 vision. I don't know if he can have 40/20. Mate, it's not helping the.
He can have X-ray vision.
It's not helping the process from here down to here.
Yeah, the motor's
It's not helping.
No.
Okay, so we've got the Tennessee Titans. They go and get Vic Beasley.
The Titans.
Yep. Let me you watch. He'll explode.
Of course he will.
He's going to go off.
Well, the big one was Tanner's.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill signed the 4-year,
Love it.
180. Yeah, just
Love it.
mate. Why? I can't believe they even like the whole Brady thing. I just
No,
maybe,
it was never a story.
maybe they're going like, okay, mate, we're in it. It's like Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay are throwing. They've just told we're just all in the middle. Everything, car keys, my jacket, my gold teeth, wife and kids, everything's
Well,
in.
the other thing too for Brady,
Mate, the Glazers, we want it, and we want it now, and we'll
thing
pay.
is that, $30 million, that's tax free.
Oh, that's
Yes,
There's no
It's yeah,
wage tax
it's-
in
they like
Florida.
Miami. They like
Miami, Jacksonville.
closer to where's she from? Brazil.
She's from Brazil.
She's from Brazil.
but
Closer
they
to
live-
Brazil
they
than-
live in New
than-
York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
closer flying out of Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Yeah, less fuel in the private jet.
Same time zone.
Eh?
Same time
That's
zone.
what it's all about. It's all about the dollar with those bastards.
Yeah.
They're only probably worth about $500 million
Well, she
between
earns
them.
$50 million a year.
Mate, she's worth about 400 or something.
Yeah,
isn't she?
but
Like,
I'm saying she earns about
50?
a year.
You know
Yeah.
what? I know the people who are no one's watching this that
There-
knows anything about the fashion world. But I was going to say, like, how does she earn more money than him? I don't get that.
I
Well,
don't know, dude.
because for 10 years he was underpaid by New England because he sacrificed his money.
Yeah, but she's still making a lot of money. How do you make that much money?
How do you make that much in modeling? I don't understand that.
Well, she has.
Is that true?
I'll tell you after
She
this
must.
photo shoot.
Yeah, I don't know. She doesn't do it for me.
Really?
Nah, man, she's not my. We
Okay.
like she's a great looking girl and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah.
A
but
lovely lady,
we-
and a wonderful mother.
yeah, and we have our styles.
We do.
We have our styles. And obviously Derek Henry having the franchise
Oh yeah,
tag.
yeah.
Like people are already saying that
Well-
he could be this year's Todd Gurley, like the downwards. Like, come on, man, the
No.
guy, mate, the
No.
guy didn't hardly ran the ball the first couple of years he was there because they
Yeah.
wouldn't let him run the goddamn ball. He's still got plenty of tread,
Oh my word.
you know.
Obviously, franchise tagging because I don't want to fall into the same hole as LA have just done with Gurley and
Yeah, give him the big
Dallas.
contract.
Dallas did with
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Ezekiel.
Yeah.
I reckon it's a smart way to do it
Yeah.
because running backs are so quick to
Mate,
shut
mate,
it out.
mate, once the rookie contract's over, says like, see you later. We'll get another rookie.
Matt said she sold a book, made more than him in a year. What was the book?
She's
yeah,
also
what was
got
the book?
she's got her thongs too, hasn't she, Matt? Not her G-bangers, her actual foot thongs. You know, as the what do they call them in New Zealand? Jandals.
Jan, she has no Havana, does she?
I think she did her own version. Or something.
Okay.
I don't know, anyway.
Yeah.
Closest thing to fashion I know.
And last but not least, the Washington Redskins. So I'm just going Sean Davis, 1 year deal. Thomas Davis.
Oh,
Social media join the form. Yeah.
why'd they sign Thomas Davis?
There's no money
They
down here.
needed more Davises.
Kendall Fuller, 4-year contract, 40 mil.
They offloaded.
JD McKissick,
uh,
Kevin Pierre Louis.
Oh.
It'd be Lewis, but they want to pronounce it like
Louis.
Louis. And Brandon Sharif,
Sharif, yeah.
like Omar.
They offloaded.
And where's somebody on offensive guard?
Norman, didn't they?
Switzer. So as far as like offensive players go,
Cookbook.
absolutely nobody.
Fair call.
A cookbook,
no.
like all the things you can do with avocado.
It could-
Probably. It quite possibly could be, mate.
Okay.
The Tom Brady cookbook.
So that's it. That's it for our
Washington.
teams.
All
So is there anybody that we have forgot about that we haven't spoken about that's floating out there? Cam Newton. Well, who knows?
There you
with
go.
Cam.
I had a little
Yep,
list here
quickly.
of QBs with no home.
I've got a few here too. Melvin Gordon.
Well, he's not a QB, is he?
Oh no, but I got
I
a
was
few
just
players.
I was going with QB.
Dalton,
Flacco, Newton,
Dalton, New England,
Winston,
Flacco.
and technically Trubisky.
Yeah, Dalton,
Flacco, Newton,
Dalton,
Winston, and Trubisky.
Dalton, New England, Flacco. See you later. Not ever playing again. No one's going to pay the money.
Flacco's cooked anyway.
Yeah, Newton.
Cooked, done.
I would have said
He's gonna be a fashionista, mate. He'll be
said
doing
the
50 million
Chargers, but there you go.
No,
Um,
it's times to tell.
What about running backs? Well, Gordon. I've only got Melvin Gordon. AJ, stay at the. He's going to stay.
You know what? The Chargers offered him a decent bit of coin, which he refused last year.
He held out last year, didn't he?
He held out.
Yeah.
They've offered him
um,
less now. He's going to get less than he would have
Yeah.
offered last
Yeah.
year.
Now I reckon that we might be keeping him. I reckon we
I
might
reckon
make
you're
him
gonna
an
keep him.
offer and keep him.
Yep.
And that might actually be his best play.
Yep.
And I don't mind that personally because it's
Campy, I'll be right, mate. I don't need any copies. Thanks, buddy.
It's someone's-
I've got my own path to a meaningful life.
My
but-
path to a meaningful life.
yeah, that's me.
Meaningful life. Yeah, of course your life can be meaningful when you have
What is
40
that?
fucking $1 million in the
Finny.
bank. Yeah,
Finny, mate.
life can be meaningful any way you want it to be. Okay, what Robbie Anderson? The Jets have to sign him. He wants 10 mil. Give him the 10. Like
pretty handy.
So
yeah,
I'll tell you one that we forgot to make mention.
yeah,
It was
but
a good
he's
signing, I thought,
he's
was
handy,
Trey
mate.
Boston.
He's handy.
He's handy.
Who?
Trey Boston signed a 3-year deal. He's been doing 1-year deals, bouncing around.
Who's he signed with?
Safety with one of those teams in Florida, I think it might have been.
Okay.
There's
Yeah,
a couple down there.
Oh, actually, it might have been. No,
It's a place to live, mate. It's a place to live. Devontae Freeman.
yeah. What's he got left in the tank?
One.
He looked okay. He looked okay at the end of the season.
Hmm.
Maybe because he knew that he was going to get the ass, and
Yeah, he was trying to put a bit on
he's
tape.
trying to put a little bit out there.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe one.
Yeah, I just think the way that he plays football, he's too small to play the way that he plays. Like he's tough as nails, mate.
Hmm.
But you need another 3 inches and another 20 pounds. I
That's
reckon
what
the way that he yeah, only 3. Fuck, you're doing all right. I get told more than 3. I can tell you. Eric Ebron.
He'll be on somebody's 90-man roster.
Mate, I have got Emmanuel Sanders as well, and I had Eric Ebron. If Brady had stayed in New England, Ebron and Emmanuel Sanders, because they were after Emmanuel Sanders a long time ago. They were very keen on him. In New England would have been perfect,
Yep.
but Brady's gone, so that sort of flew
Yeah,
both
yeah.
of those guys out the window
Ebron will get a gig somewhere.
from about the 4th story too.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Atlanta.
Ebron, no, we got Hayden Hurst,
You're
and we
gonna
don't need Sanders in the foul. I'd love to
run-
go with
You're
somebody.
going to run two tight end sets.
No, I don't think we haven't really done that. It's not been our
Not your
our
forte.
MO. No,
Right.
no.
Yep.
But I tell you who it does help. One person I'm really happy about with Hooper gone. Who does it help? Calvin Ridley. You're gonna say third year breakout.
So,
Well, he's already had a breakout, but I mean
so you're
third
putting
year.
him in. You're putting him in one of your fantasy teams.
I will try and get. No, I'm not saying anything about my fantasy teams. I'm not letting anybody in on what I want to do because I've done
Oh, no,
two.
because it could be.
Mate,
You've got like 37
Mate, do you
teams, so it doesn't matter.
know how many times I come on here and do our rookie preview,
I do. I listen.
and then no one ever heard of anybody, and then next thing I know, I'm going to get this guy
And they're
in
gone.
the 5th round, and someone grabs him in before me. I go, well,
Do you know what you need to do? You need to start looking at who would be picked up in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round, and make them your number one.
there we
And
go.
then
I'm just going to spin it all around this. year. I'm going
Yeah.
to talk to Matt Waldman, just speak absolute shit for like an hour. I tell you,
Pretty much what we've done tonight.
Hightower out of Boise State, wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's my boy this year.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
Coming into the 2021 draft.
No, this year's draft.
This year's draft.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
very
6'3".
Funnily enough, I've been
Ran
here,
ran a 4.43 at the
tackles.
at the combine.
Did he?
And what do we think of the combine?
No, but he's play speed
It was-
looks fast, and
yeah.
it just confirmed that. But he's smooth. I call him the snake charmer
Oh,
Oh.
because he's not like that. He's like he runs like this. He's
smooth,
smooth and
silk.
silky,
Right.
and he's like Weaver.
Oh,
Nice.
very nice.
Dreamweaver, perhaps.
I like it.
The Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver. Okay, we better wrap this puppy up.
It's gone very
We-
long, but look, there was a lot to talk about.
Where it
so,
was. We got it all done.
Dave, thank you so much for.
Thanks for getting
Yeah,
back.
it's good.
Yeah, no,
Thanks for the
thank-
gloves, and they weren't latex too because I'm allergic. I get like
Oh,
I sort of have a little bit of a rash thing when I wear.
No,
Latex?
They're not latex.
Yeah.
No, they're the Nilex.
No, they're
No,
beautiful.
right,
They
right.
feel good too.
Nitrolex or Nitro, whatever it's called. Yeah.
yes.
They feel like baby silk fur on my skin.
Really?
Okay.
Mm.
I've not often felt. I don't think I've ever felt baby silk fur, but
Yes. No, me neither. Very nice. No, thank you so much
No, thanks for having me.
coming out.
No,
and
it's great,
joining
man.
us.
It's great. Thank you.
G, good to see you.
As
and
always,
good to get
you too, AJ. Thank
Yeah.
you for inviting me.
hopefully the crowd has got some stuff to put into their fantasy notes.
yeah.
If teams as
Well.
well as real life and fantasy.
And free agency isn't over either.
No,
No, it's still
only
going.
begun. It's only
Bargain
just
basement.
begun.
Only
Yeah.
bargain basement time. And trades, whatever. Who knows
Mate,
what's going to
there's a
happen?
heap still out there.
Yep.
My word.
And
My
talent.
word.
There's a bit of talent, and there'll be a bit of talent leave some teams. And
Absolutely. Absolutely. But thanks, gents. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, everybody,
Thanks
for joining
calling
us.
Corner.
Sorry it's so long,
Yeah, sorry,
Yes, it was. Yeah, I
but
apologize.
it's
But,
like there's been a lot going on.
thank you, everybody, for joining us.
And it's only toilet paper.
for being our online Wikipedia.
Yeah, Matty
People,
and
so-
Adder and Campy.
Yeah.
Great
You
work.
guys are great. Thanks for hanging around.
When is Dave getting his cartoon icon?
I'm only a blow-in. No, I'm not. I'm not. No,
Cartoon.
no,
Oh, we're going to change our icon. I got a new one coming up,
Oh,
which
have
is
you?
more Australian. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Cheers, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.
Ada, thanks.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, free agency is a blast, and then we
This free agency has
Straight
been
into the draft.
incredible, hasn't it? It's been.
Imagine how much better it would be without this blooming virus. Because you'd be getting the physicals,
Oh,
you'd be
yeah,
finding out what's going on, and then you'd be
Yeah.
seeing all the photos of all the contracts being signed and all the.
And I think personally, like it does occupy your mind a fair
Absolutely.
bit. It's occupying my mind during the day.
Mm.
It really, and more so because you're in the industry, But I'm at work, and because I just roll walls and doing shit, I've got a lot of time to, I'm just,
Ponder.
you just start thinking about your kids. I think about my parents a lot.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world? How much
Mm.
money am I losing on the stock market?
Yeah.
That type. Fuck yeah. I'm thinking more. I can't travel. That's what's pissing me off. But
I've dropped $3,500 on accommodation. We were going to Japan.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, we're taking the kids overseas, taking them to Disneyland, Disney Sea, and Universal Studios in
Ah.
May and June.
Ah.
And so far, we're down $3,500 and possibly more.
yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
Ah,
Well, my
it's
parents did
first
the
world,
same.
first world problems.
They're meant to
really.
be in Bali right now,
Yeah.
and they pulled out. And I'm glad I thought, no, you'll be right. Just go.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad they didn't go now because
They
they
would have been
I-
stuck.
screwed.
mate, for me, the $3,500 is a first world problem. I feel sorry for our Qantas staff, and
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got I've got a mate who's in America who works for American Airlines, and he's now been he hasn't been stood down because he's a senior flight attendant, but he's lost the guys that have gone down
Mm.
off shift and off duty because they're not flying planes.
Yeah.
because-
Mo went and got a pizza tonight from the local pizza joint up
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and he's just taken it over and changed it. And mate, let me tell you, we had thought, mate, they are handmade pizzas.
Yeah.
Takes him 2 days, like this. I don't know
Oh,
how they
he
do it.
does compliment dough. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful,
Yeah.
mate. I saw him tonight, and one of the customers was talking to him, mate, and he looked seriously freaking distraught.
Ugh.
Like, really, he had family members look like they've come around to see him just as I'm rocking up. That's what I really need to see, go and pick up, But
Dinner.
I'm only picking up dinner, and this is a guy's business, and he looked like,
Yeah.
go and if you get a chance,
Sounds
mate, go
really
out there and support.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I want to say that we all, and the thing I've found, unfortunately, with everything that's going on is we all pat ourselves on the back as Australians when we put our hands in the pocket and we give $10.
Mm.
But I've found, unfortunately, in the goings on and what we've seen over the bullshit over the supermarkets, that when we
Yeah.
have our own skin in the game,
Yeah,
it's everybody for everybody, every man for himself, which is a real shame
Yep.
because that's not what our
supermarket employee down
Yeah.
the Rosebud that got stabbed.
this is not who we are.
Ugh.
But maybe this is, unfortunately, maybe this is who we are now. We always,
I think that
we've
is-
come a long way since we always talk about the diggers and all that, mate. That was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
We've changed as a people, unfortunately, and I'm not really proud of,
Where do we
So
fit?
no, but let's hope we can turn it around.
Yeah.
So
Here.
that's just my say anyway, and everything.
Support your local.
support,
For
your
sure.
local business if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. All right. Take care, everybody. Stay
everyone.
healthy, and we'll be doing rookie stuff real soon too.
Yes, yep.
So,
I've only 40 wide receivers. I've still got a few more to go.
so we're back on air to do that sort of stuff real soon.
And like 200 offensive tackles.
No, I don't do that, mate. I don't do the fun positions.
The fun position. All right. Take care, everybody, and we will see you next time. We're on deck. So, and thanks, Dave. Thanks, G.
Thank you.
All right. And I will
Turn this off.
put a bow on this puppy. It's a long puppy. Okay. Thanks, everybody. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
End.